a few war crimes here, a few war crimes there, a few war crimes in my pants, a few war crimes in your ass. Hello! I took a little minute to prepare for some stuff. I'm still a fucking mess as usual. And I have some energy drink with me. Are you happy, Julian? Hey, Pixie, ignoring the chat search. How to get Apex's attention. Look what they got, feet. Quit sniffing, pay attention. Newspapers. Old age. Hey, what's up, Julian? Okay. So. Reaction time! Okay, I'm taking off the music. We will start reacting today with, as usual, pretty much a stream usual for us, habitual line crosser. And wait a second, why is it in Russian? Hold up a second. Sorry. Chilling a bit, how about you? Oh, I'm good. I have no idea why it's in Russian. My YouTube on my PC is set on English, but whatever. Let's see here. Poland Unleashed. Shoot them down. Let me guess. Russia pissed off Poland again, didn't it? Let's see. Give me a moment. Okay, just had to get my phone to the desk.
Everybody should be aware that the nation of India has now launched a medium-range ballistic missile from a train.
From a train? Why? Why would you launch a missile from a train? Like, why?
Okay. Why?
Why?
I mean, have you seen their roads? I wouldn't want to drive on that shit either, especially with a fucking nuke. Well, that and the street vendors. You ever look at those videos on the internet? God, I swear I get like secondhand dysentery. I swear.
Damn.
I'm glad you would ask, America. It will make us here in India have a much more fluid and transition of our nuclear weapons to different locations. In an all-out war, it will make us much harder to shoot down.
It still doesn't make sense. Why would you launch a missile, a ballistic missile, from a fucking train? It's like... It's fucking stupid.
And speaking from experience here, battle trains are not the wonder weapons that many think they are.
I mean, we can talk all the shit we...
Germany, your experience with train isn't the nicest, you know? Just saying.
want and say what we want to, but the jokes are there when you fire nukes from a train. Like, hey, foreign country, I'm about to run a train on your entire population.
All joking aside, Russia?
Oh?
I'm getting real tired of your shit. What? The nation of Russia done nothing wrong. I just continue to try and expel the Nazis from Ukraine.
And by expelling the so-called Nazis from Ukraine, which is fucking stupid, you're trying to piss off fucking everyone. For what?
Look, you're not listening. You're stringing us along. You're trying to delay everything. And now recently, twice, you've violated the airspace of NATO. Now I have a problem. This does not make no sense. Putin and your president have a great relationship together. Look, I'm as surprised as you with this policy change. Don't blame me. Who's that guy?
You know, Russia.
Oh,
I kind of
DC.
thought me and Putin had a good relationship, but
It's fucking Trump speaking here.
I kind of thought me and Putin had a good relationship, but starting to realize that he's just dragging us along, and America doesn't get drug along. What's with the voice change in D.C.? Wasn't he like on the slow end?
It just make him sound like Trump.
Generally, yes, DC is on the slow end. However, I think I've decided that whoever's the president at the time, I'm going to do my best impression of them whenever I bring up DC. I'm a bit confused about the
That's nice.
180 on the policy when it comes to Russia and Ukraine. However, America, I'm jolly good show. I'm glad you finally decided to be a part of this. I don't know what this means in the long run. However,
It's about damn
I
time.
do admit that I will continue to sell weapons to NATO. What they do with them after that is entirely their own prerogative. However, I also understand that in the current position they're in, Ukraine's in a decent position to actually fight and take all of their land back.
Yeah. I heard this. It was, I think, on the last General Assembly before the one that's going on right now. No. It wasn't like General Assembly. It was a grand meeting in the UN. I think it was this week. Trump said that with the resources that Ukraine and Russia have, Ukraine can not only get back all its territories from even back, I think, 2014. I think Ukraine can take all over Russia now. Or maybe I'm getting something wrong. It can get its borders from before 2022 and from before 2014. Maybe it was that way. But anyway, they can fuck over Russia.
Yes! Thank
Okay. Oh, hello there. Angelina.
God! Literally all I needed was bullets and missiles.
How are you? I am
Thank
good.
you! This will not go well for you, America. Look, man,
Not really.
I'll be totally honest with you. I thought you were going to fold Ukraine in a matter of weeks. They've been holding you off for this long. I think it's become quite evident that you're nothing but a paper tiger. Russia has never been called tiger. We are a bear. And paper bears don't exist.
You are one, you fucking idiot.
Sure they do. Haven't you seen the Charmin commercials? Those are bears pushing paper. You're just the fucking grizzly shit ticket guy, I guess.
Well, I suppose.
I just followed you on it. I know what you are. I know what the fuck you are. Hey there. Oh, hello. Captain of Pollution TV. What? What's up? Everything's good?
Suppose it's better late than never. America, why do you always show up at the end of any major conflict? I don't.
America doesn't show up at the end of the conflict. America brings the end of the conflict.
Show up at the end. I show up and make them end.
What's this? Reaction time. I'm just reacting to random videos. This is like current events. Political stream. No. This is not really political. This is more like news, funny sketch channel. Like habitual like my tongue. Habitual line crosser. It's like political news but funny. So follow back on. I know what type of people you are. You're not getting that.
Or maybe you forgot
Random stuff, I say, yeah. But funny. Still.
that I didn't make landfall into Europe until June 6, 1944. And by 1945,
Wait, what?
I show up and make them end. Or maybe you forgot that I didn't make landfall into Europe until June 6, 1944. And by 1945, Hitler had tested the loading of his pistol by mouthfeel, and the Japanese were standing on the decks of one of my ship.
Wait, but didn't Hitler, like, he took it into the cheek or whatever? That looks so cringy, huh? Yeah, it's cringe, but it's funny.
And
When it is.
apologizing for everything they had done after I unleashed the sun twice. We were fighting them far longer than you were.
Yeah, but you weren't winning. You got saved by the English Channel.
America. This leaves me one question. If Russia decides that they want to violate my or Estonia's airspace ever again, are you saying that we have your backing if we shoot them down? America
Yes.
would never want to provoke
Yes.
the bear like that. Poland. Yes. What now?
Yes. Yes.
Roger that. Come on, you kurva. You fly one more fucking wing into my airspace. And I swear to God, I'm gonna Leroy Jenkins across your entire fucking country.
Oh, Poland
this is
Unleashed.
very good news.
I love it.
This changes our relationship and changes the dynamic here in Europe. I'm sure you've heard of the straw that broke the camel's back. Well, I'm at the point that the straw broke America's patience. Proud of you, America. I respect strength, but I also meet it head on.
Coincidentally enough, your mom meets my wiener the same way.
You shut up your
Bah!
mouth, you stupid plane.
For fucking sake.
I'll just fly one of my bombers over near Alaska. You keep pushing my buttons and you're gonna find the fuck out. Kid.
Oh.
What's up, boss?
Wait, they were having a meeting? What the hell? By the way, I thought T-35 was the light air fighter. Why? The nerd is bigger than the kid. Holy shit.
Boss. Buttons and you're gonna find the fuck out. Kid. What's up, boss? Just 1 second. Why are you and the nerd in the hangar together?
Yeah, that was my question. What the hell?
I'm all about like you being pros and stuff, but
This
it's
is weird.
concerning.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're learning to get along. He came over for Uno.
He doesn't know how to play. The cards are sticky and discolored.
These two in one hangar. Where is Franklin? Where is Franklin? What the hell?
That's not my fault. Okay. We ran out of dish soap and water for a slip and slide, and Franklin suggested we use pasta sauce.
Hold that. What?
Okay. As long as you...
Wait, that doesn't make sense. Okay, I was thinking why the kid would need that, but alright. Franklin is there. I guess he will need the kitchen.
You two are playing nice. Honestly, this entire hangar is disgusting. Everything is sticky.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Ember was right. He is horny as fuck. He got a warboner.
It's called puberty. I'm learning about myself.
That was a fucking joke! That was a fucking joke!
I think I'm gonna puke. In other news, we're switching to a 2-mile PT test, and airmen are not happy about it. Took you guys long enough.
2 miles. You're still running a little short there. Yeah.
There's a reason when we live in your barracks that my people get extra money for substandard living.
That's because you're a bunch of pansy-ass flyboys. Kill.
Hate to side with the Department of War cult here, but yeah, no, he's got a point.
America, did you see my new Fujian-class aircraft carrier? Is
Vice Taiwan. I've seen your definitely not stolen 6th gen fake. I'm gonna say immediately, it looks like an inbred version of F-47 and Su-75 child. No, I fucking. I need to paraphrase that. No. Phrasing. It looks like as if the F-47 and the Su-75 had a breeding match and created this new 6th gen Chinese, whatever the fuck it is. I hope he will show the pictures.
Launching 5th gen fighters with electromagnetic launching cable. I don't know the exact word for it.
What?
Instead of steam like most of yours and the rest of the world's.
Wait. I think I saw it on Twitter today.
You see, my new Fujian class aircraft carrier is launching 5th gen fighters with electromagnetic launching cable. I don't know the.
I think I know what he means. I think the American Gerald R. Ford class is the only one who using that from the Americans. I hope he will talk shit on West Taiwan.
Exact word for it. Instead of steam like most of yours and the rest of the world's. You only have the Gerald Ford that has that capability.
Yeah, I was right.
Yeah, I've seen you do that. And the only reason my new one is that way is because we finally worked out a lot of the kinks. Open source information says that it is more reliable, takes up less room in the ship so you can fit more munitions and jets, and it has better tolerances for varying aircraft between drones and fighters. So there is a
Oh, nice.
technological advantage to it. From what I read, never worked with the system. Navy guys don't kill me.
I have a question. Is it easy to install on the pre-existing ships? Because if you can just like switch the old system of the of those launching cables of the on the aircraft carriers to these new ones. Phrasing again. Can you just remove the old launching pad system on the existing aircraft carriers to these new ones? Can you do it easily? If it's possible, then fuck, it will be cool.
The Great China is closing the gap between American and Chinese
Are you sure you did not stall it?
dominance on the sea. See, that's the part that doesn't make any sense, fucking moose you pork. The thing is, for the last couple years, you're telling us that carriers are shit. They're not important. We can sink them so easily. And then you build a carrier that is almost to the same specs ours are, at least outside looking in. Probably not even fucking close. But anyways, and then you tell us like you beat your chest with it like it's some great achievement when we've had it. The fuck is wrong with you?
I got a feeling Chinese opium dens are still alive and well, dude. Also, dude, I'm not worried. I have 11 super carriers, all of which that can launch and recover 100 jets plus a day
Holy.
for months on end. Not
That's a
even
lot.
worried that you can manage to get 2 jets in the air off of your carrier. Good job, bud.
America, I know you kind of already covered this, but a couple of questions. One, when I start taking out Russian jets, should I have a cool catchphrase like "Welcome to Earth"? But I feel like that's been used before in one of your movies. I don't...
Let's see. I am a pole was already used on Bismarck. What else? Fucking nothing comes to my head aside from Surprise Curva.
Really like that one. And number two, if I shoot down a Russian jet and then Slavic Special Ed get mad, and then he attack, do you want me to wait for you before I push all the way into his country, or am I just allowed to like do my own thing? I just want to make sure I do this right.
Please go guns
I'm very
blazing.
excited.
Me too, Poland. Damn, that video was short, by the way. Holy shit, only 9 minutes. It was like an event, to be honest. Poland about to go on a very enthusiastic walk. It sure will go. We don't show up at the end, we show up and make them end. Yes. That was a good video. A little bit of fun and some dipshits in my chat. Oh, I think I laughed too hard. Alright, let's go to the next video, which is a FNAF video. Sorry, not sorry. I used to be a FNAF kid and I still love the franchise. The most overwhelming FNAF game you will ever play. Burned Alive. What the fuck is with the thumbnail? Alright, let's watch it. By Dr. Dexter White, I guess.
Being overwhelmed, not necessarily something as we people look for in life. There are a lot of things
Yeah.
people like to do that don't really make sense to me. Some people like to go cliff jumping or skydiving,
Crazy
something to
people.
give them an adrenaline rush. And while I myself would never do it, I can
Never in fucking hell.
at least
Fuck no.
understand how that could be appealing.
Yeah, it's like a lot of fun. And especially with skydiving. You have a parachute. You have at least hope that you are safe.
You want to know something nobody ever wants, though? To be overwhelmed. This
That's
is
right.
the reason why a lot of max mode challenges can turn a lot of people off. And the same reason why
Indeed.
I have no interest in trying out Hopeless Pursuit. For the love of God, please stop emailing me about Hopeless Pursuit. I'm not doing it. However,
Hey, what now?
recently I found a FNAF game that is one of the most unique FNAF experiences I've ever played.
Really?
Except there was something very interesting about it. It has to be one of the most overwhelming Five Nights at Freddy's games I've ever played. This is probably going to be a long one, so sit back, relax, and let's talk about next week at Freddy's.
28 minutes, pretty long, to be honest.
Next week at Freddy's takes FNAF 1 and completely reworks everything about it, adding several brand new mechanics to make
I think I heard about this game. I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember, but I fucking can't. Let's see what it
your
is.
heart sink into your ass. And nothing explains this feeling better than when you load into the office
Oh
and
wait, I think I did heard about this game. It's the super graphics, right?
turn around for the first time.
Oh, whoa.
Ah yeah, I remember this. I
Oh.
remember. I watched a few
Oh.
videos.
Oh. Oh. Fuck.
This
I would be doing the same, to be honest, if I was playing that.
is the control panel, your main mode of defense throughout this game. If this looks like a lot, that's because it is.
Yeah,
Here's a
it
fun
is.
fact. I actually went to play this game around 4 months ago. But after seeing this monstrosity behind me, I actually ended my recording and chose a different game to play because of how ridiculous it looked. This
I don't blame you. I would do the same.
control panel is intimidating. There are so many switches, levers, and panels on this thing. I wouldn't blame you if you decided just from glancing at this that this game wasn't for you. To really understand just how much shit goes on in this game and how much you'll have to learn, this game actually gives you a tutorial night where you can mess around with everything in the building for as long as you want, because just throwing you into
God
the game
damn.
would 100% be too overwhelming. Next week at Freddy's doesn't have any phone calls, nobody to help you and to explain to you what to do.
You
Except
serious?
There kind of is. This is Comcat. Get used to seeing him a lot. His first major role is in the tutorial night, where he will teach you how to use the computers and teach you the mechanics of each important camera in the game, which, by the way, there is a fuck ton of them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 cameras. FNAF 2 didn't have that much. What the hell?
So
Wait.
important camera in the game, which, by the way,
Important cameras are marked with red dot. There is even more. There is even more than. Give me a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 cameras. Wait, did I count it right? Let me count it one more time because I think I have an aneurysm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay. Okay, that 25 cameras, that... What? Wait a second. Wait, I need to check up something. How many cameras? How many cameras FNAF 2 had? FNAF 2 had only 12 cameras, and that was a fucking too much. Wait, what about FNAF 1? 13. FNAF 1 had more cameras than FNAF 2? Huh. Well, that's weird. What about 3, 5? FNAF 3 had 15, okay. Sister location. "13 usable cameras, FNAF, I don't know, 6. Okay. Wait, how much? 13 too. Oh, Ultimate Custom Night, how much that had? Mm. Ah. 20 cameras, thank you. What about VR? Okay, point made. No, there is no FNAF game that had that many cameras, even without the red marks.
There is a fuck ton of them. So strap in and get ready because it's about to get insane. I'll explain the important mechanics as they become relevant. So let's
The fucking music from Graveyard.
start with how Comcat works. Because yes, of course, he himself acts as a threat. While Comcat himself
Fucking excuse me?
can't kill you, he can be the most annoying character on the face of the earth when he wants to be. You can click on his icon on your taskbar to make him appear. There are a few phrases he will say when you do this, and occasionally a phrase will prompt you to respond to it. While you're talking with Comcat, you won't be able to interact with anything else on the computer. This includes your cameras, but to
What
be
a
honest,
little bitch.
everything else on the computer isn't useful from a gameplay standpoint. If you don't periodically check on Comcat this way, he will take speaking with you into his own hands and appear on the screen whenever he wants. He's pretty much just Bonzi Buddy, except he doesn't steal your private data.
Excuse me, what? I will need to look up this lore. Alright.
When Comcat chooses to appear on his own, the conversation you'll have with him will be much longer than if you initiated the conversation yourself. And since you can't control anything until Comcat leaves, it's in your best interest to occasionally check up on him. 2 characters become active on night 1, Bonnie and Chica. But
That's a cute bunny, to be honest. I don't know, those ears are very funny, but this chica... What the fattest bitch.
before we talk about their mechanics, I want to take a moment to really appreciate how amazing this game looks. Every little detail
it is.
looks incredible, especially the animatronics. If you look very closely, you'll be able to see the fuzz from the fabric on the robots. It's honestly some of the
Damn.
coolest stuff I've ever seen. So much attention to detail, it's incredible.
Yeah.
But now we can talk about how Bonnie and Chica work. And trust me, these guys do way more than what they do in the official games. Like, take every mechanic that each of them does from every official game and merge them together, and I bet you that they will still do more in this game.
That's a fucking lot.
I told you it was overwhelming, so let's get into it. Let's start with Bonnie, since he's usually the baseline, basic FNAF character.
The
A
classic.
character that should be simple to understand and should pave the way for more interesting mechanics to form off of it in later animatronics.
Let me guess, it fucking isn't, right?
How much could he possibly do? Well, a fuck ton. Like, shitload. Bonnie's a whole fucking FNAF game by himself, I can't even lie. Bonnie starts on stage. You might be wondering why I'm not just saying what I usually say. Oh, he walks around the building and eventually makes his way to your office. Well, because he's not that simple this time around. So tracking his movements is actually important. Bonnie has 4 possible attack methods. I'm sorry. 4?
What?
That's the most insane thing I've ever heard of. And Bonnie is supposed to be the simplest character? I'm mortified of what is yet to come. Well, calm down, buddy. Let's go over each possible route that Bonnie
Wait, my man has a fucking alter ego? Wow.
can take, starting with the most basic one, heading to your office. This one is simple. Bonnie will walk to your office, appear in your window for a while, and eventually
Ooh.
walk into the doorway where you can really see how
Look at him. He's looking like... I know how horny you are. I came here to fuck you. Wait. That reminds me of another angle. What was it?
fucking hulkingly terrifying these robots are.
Okay, I don't really remember
Way where you can really
what else. There was another meme with that kind of angle. I wish I remembered. I wish I knew.
see how fucking hulkingly terrifying these robots are. I know that FNAF 1 animatronics are like 6'9" or something like that canonically, but no FNAF game has really shown that off in a way that is meaningful. Seeing the animatronics in the doors in this game is actually kind of scary. Obviously, just close the door and you'll be a-okay. However, do keep in mind that the animatronics in this game like to sit at the door for approximately 12 years, so that's fun. Bonnie's next means of making your life miserable is through attacking the compressor room. What the fuck is the compressor room? Well,
he's fucking up the air?
now is the time we get to start talking about the control panel, and where this game really starts to become an overwhelming headache. The compressor is a large machine inside of the building. The compressor is what allows the doors all throughout the building to be closed.
Okay, that makes way more sense. So he is, my god, Bonnie is breaking the system to get to you.
Because, as I'm sure you could have guessed, it compresses the air that allows the pistons of the door to work properly. I think. I don't know. I'm not an engineer. If any
Me
engineers
neither.
are watching, explain how wrong I am about compression and pistons or whatever the fuck in the comments. Thanks. Bonnie will try to enter this compressor room through the hallway camera right before your office. You will have to use the control panel behind you to remotely close off the door to the compressor room before Bonnie gets the chance to enter. However, it's moments
hello.
like these where I need to bring up an issue I was never able to figure out myself.
What?
Since this game is made in a 3D environment, unlike the Click Team FNAF games, it gives a lot more room for the characters to move around. So it's very common that you'll be able to see characters in multiple places on the same camera. When it comes to doors like the compressor room, telling exactly where the animatronic's next move is going to be is borderline impossible. Sometimes it's
Right.
obvious and the character will be standing right next to the door facing it. However, sometimes they'll be miles upon miles away from the fucking door, yet still have their next movement opportunity be into said door.
You're not near the door. You're fine.
Hello. Oh, god
Shiki, you
damn
dick.
it.
So this leads to you closing
By the way, I fucked up with the camera count. It's still the same 20 or 21, but the red dots, those are the important rooms. Fucking idiot.
doors whenever you see a character on the camera, which a lot of the times the character was never going to enter in the first place, therefore just wasting a fuck ton of power for no reason. If Bonnie manages to get into the compressor room, he'll slap his fat crack all over it and
That spooked me.
break it, which will require you to reboot your compressor. With your compressor off, you obviously won't be able
hello.
to shut any of the doors throughout the building. This includes the doors you can close on the cameras. Bonnie's next attack strategy is the camera connections in the server room. This works exactly the same as the compressor room in theory. You can close the door to the server room when an animatronic is close using the control panel behind you. If Bonnie manages to get inside the server room, he'll drop his big fat stupid balls all over the control panel and fuck up your camera connections, making you unable to see any of the cameras. You will then have to manually reboot them, which along with the compressor reboot takes a very long time. However, I'd argue that not being able to see your cameras affects the gameplay loop a lot more often. Where a lot of FNAF games fail to make the cameras super useful, Next Week at Freddy's succeeds greatly at making the cameras more important than any other tool at your disposal. The final attack strategy that Bonnie can have is activating Foxy, which brings up Foxy altogether.
Oh god, please no.
There are actually
Can you react to the lab incident by Creanaticon? I will look it up later, but hold up a minute. Hold up a fucking minute. It's an Alec horror. I will look it up later.
two different versions of Foxy in this game, the normal one and the scrapped one in the back room.
Well, that's an ugly bitch.
We'll talk about the backroom one later. For now, let's focus on the main Foxy. By himself, Foxy is incapable of doing anything and will never attack you, only through the assistance of Bonnie and two other animatronics that can activate him. Bonnie has the chance to enter Pirate's Cove and attempt to activate Foxy. Once Bonnie enters, you won't have a super long time to stop him before Foxy comes for that ass.
Whoa, no.
Oh my god. Oh.
Fucking
That 2 seconds. He was running at Mach fuck.
dick!
My whole asshole just fell off. It did. Just dropped right out. Just dropped. Just flop. Just fell right out. Fell right on my ass.
Using the special flashlight on the Pirate's Cove camera, you can scare away any unwanted animatronics. However, using this light does temporarily cause higher power usage from everything that uses power. For what reason? I have no fucking idea. I guess God just hates me. If you don't scare Bonnie away fast enough, Foxy will activate and run to your door. If you don't close it fast enough, he'll place his hook into your rectum, and I'm sure you can imagine how
Yeah, but how can you react to it? He's getting to you in like 2 seconds.
unpleasant that would be. If you do close the door on time, just like FNAF 1, he'll take away some of your power. Except unlike FNAF 1, the max he can take isn't 6, instead being like fucking 15% power just disappears out of existence. So really make sure you're watching that Pirate's Cove camera. Whew,
Oh,
there.
fuck.
A couple of pages into the script, and I'm finally done talking about the very first character in this game. Isn't that awesome?
It was all only Bunny. And it's like third of the video.
Now it's time to talk about Chica. Chica also has 4 different ways to attack you.
Oh,
Isn't
no.
that just fucking awesome?
Amazing.
Luckily for us, 3 of the mechanics are identical to Bonnie.
Thank God.
Obviously, Chica can attack your right door.
Pizza? Pizza.
She can also try to fuck up your cameras using the server room, and she's one of the other characters that will attempt to activate Foxy. However, I have noticed that it seems like Bonnie will attempt to a lot more frequently. However, that may also just be because Bonnie's AI value is typically always higher than Chica's is. The new
But the boy is the smarter than the girl. Now it's official.
mechanic that Chica adds is pretty similar to Bonnie's compressor attack, except Chica will attempt to attack your power grid. When you see her near the power grid door, you can obviously close it using the
my
control
God.
panel behind you. If she manages to get into the power grid room, she will literally just shut off the power to the entire building, and you'll have to reboot it, which takes quite a long time.
It will be fucking death on the fourth, no, even on the third night, it will be fucking immediate death.
The power being turned off is undoubtedly the most dreadful situation you can be in. Not only does it require you to wait a billion years for your power to turn back on, but the power being turned off also turns off the compressor. meaning that after you wait forever for the power to turn back on, you then have to wait forever again for the compressor to turn back on. And
My
on top
God.
of that, at the start of each night, you have to boot up the cameras, which takes time in and of itself. So of course, when the power is cut, you'll have to reboot the computer as well.
You will have to close the doors first.
Oh yeah, and don't forget to be checking on Comcat frequently or he'll waste even more of your time. Geez,
Oh my
Dexter,
God.
this sounds pretty complicated, and we haven't even introduced everyone yet? Exactly. We still have a lot more to talk about. But if you want to feel a little bit better, the lower the character's AI, the less likely they are to make the most effective choices, meaning that on night
What?
1, most of the movement will be Bonnie and Chica trying to disable your cameras. I personally didn't have them come to my doors on night 1 at all. Night 2 doesn't
You're joking. That's a lot of luck.
add anything new, it just increases the AI of Bonnie and Chica, so chances are you're going to be seeing at least one of them at your door on this night.
Oh, hello there.
However, I will be taking this time to talk about what I feel is this game's biggest flaw. Time. The nights in this
What?
game are long as fuck. I'm talking super fucking long.
Can you give us the exact time?
However long you think they are, they're longer. Most typical FNAF games now will have a real-life second equal 1 in-game minute, meaning
Makes
that
sense.
most nights in FNAF games are 6 minutes long. I
Okay.
feel this is a good length for a night, just dividing the in-world night time in minutes by 10. However, Next Week at Freddy's thought it'd be really funny and a little bit quirky to make each in-game minute 2 seconds in real life.
Wait, so you mean every night is 12 minutes? Or is it even more?
Meaning that each night in Next Week at Freddy's is a whopping 12 fucking minutes long.
Fuck.
Are we serious? I guess I get it. The animatronics move pretty slowly to give you time to properly search for them on the cameras. But 12 minutes? I think I'd rather swallow a grenade and die, thank you. Like, I still beat the whole game. But god damn, losing when you're 11 minutes into a night will really make you question how violent of a person you actually are. Now, something
Yeah.
interesting happens after beating night 2. We get thrown into what this game calls nightmare segments. Think of
Excuse
them
me?
like this game's version of a post-night minigame, except this time there's actually way more to do and it isn't mind-numbingly boring.
Oh,
Well,
fuck.
okay, the first one is. During this nightmare segment, we wake up in the back room of the restaurant. Is this actually happening or is this a nightmare? I'm not 100% sure, but I'm leaning more towards it being a nightmare just because of the name of the segment. We wake up on the floor and notice that the door is closed and we're stuck inside. We say that someone will
How
surely come
pleasant.
to find us, and without
Wait a second. Is it like an homage to the FNAF 4 minigame? Where the crying child was stuck in the storage room?
even standing up, the nightmare ends. Again, I told you the first one was boring, but they will only get more and more interesting from here, trust me.
Okay.
Moving on to night 3, once again, nothing new is added. The AI of Bonnie and Chica are just increased.
Okay.
But you really have to think. With how many different ways each of them can attack you, and how overwhelming the game's system as a whole is, this is still enough to make each night feel significantly more difficult than the last. Moving on to
That's
the
for
second
sure.
nightmare segment, we're finally able to stand up and really get a good look at our surroundings. The room is very small and very cramped, which would give any normal person a feeling of claustrophobia. We pick up a flashlight that barely does a goddamn thing and start to explore for an exit. It's at this point where I noticed that these nightmare sections would be my least favorite part of the game because of the horrendous mix of both motion blur and horrific head bobbing. But that's really besides the point. We eventually notice a door and recognize that it's just like the one in the office. However, the lever that controls the door is missing. We find it on a desk, but before we can attach it to escape, a throbbing pain comes to our head and we pass out. Night 4 is where we get to talk about the new and final threat this game has to offer.
Finally.
Don't let that fool you, because this threat is a big one. A big
Oh my
stinker.
God.
A poopy head for all of you
Ew, why did you put that noise? Fucking sake.
elementary schoolers out there who really a big stinker. A poopy head for all of you elementary
Ew.
schoolers out there who really shouldn't be watching my channel. Night 4 introduces Freddy, and let me tell you,
He looks I'm sorry, but those eyes makes him look so fucking funny.
He's got all the tricks up his sleeve, and he's ready to flatten you like a pancake and fold you like an omelet. Freddy can literally do everything, and he moves faster than the other animatronics. So needless to say, he's going to be the one that grabs a clump of your rump and doesn't let go like a snapping turtle. Not only can Freddy take all 4 of the paths that Bonnie and Chica can take, those being fucking the compressor room, activating Foxy, killing the power, and disconnecting your cameras, he can also attack either of your doors. And there's also something
Well, that makes sense.
else unique to him that he can do. Remember how I told you that there are 2 Foxies in this game?
Yeah.
Freddy fucks around with the other one. Scrapped
my
Foxy is present in the back room. The only other character who will enter this room is Freddy. And be careful, because sometimes seeing Freddy on this camera can be pretty difficult, as he has the habit of hiding in the shadows.
Oh, you little bitch, I barely see you. Here he is. I see him. Oh my god, he will... Oh no.
When you see Freddy in the back room, shut the door to Scrapped Foxy's room using the control panel behind you. If Freddy manages to get inside, he will send Scrapped Foxy to your office. However, unlike normal Foxy, Scrapped Foxy can attack either of your doors. I personally have no idea how much power he takes away when he pounds on your door, as I'm a fucking god gamer and never had to deal with him.
Okay. I need to see it in super slow speed.
When he pounds on your door, as I'm a fucking god gamer and never had to deal with him.
Don't lie. God damn it. There is no other text. That was for nothing.
It is a mistake I will not make again. Uh-oh.
Hello.
Okay, let's talk about this. I had that fucking door closed when Freddy was in there.
Which, by the way, you can see my epic FNAF skills on my second channel, Dexter Black. But once Scrapped Foxy pounds on your door, he'll break in the hallway where he won't reactivate for the rest of the night. And from here, nothing else actually gets added to the night sections. Each night just gets more and more difficult. Now sure, there aren't a lot of threats that can happen at the same time, but the reason why this game is so overwhelming is because of how much you have to remember. You have to know where all the characters are. You have to understand how each mechanic works, and you have to be able to control your nerves during all of this for 12 minutes straight and barely pass each night due to almost running out of power because these animatronics camp more than a fat Call of Duty player.
Oh, hi.
You will need to have autistic hyperfixation to complete this game.
Hi, Chica.
Hello. She looks, to be honest, kinda intimidating. Like, hello there. I'm gonna to fucking kill you. I love it.
My luck is gargantuan right now.
Moving on to the third nightmare segment, this game really shows how much of a dickhead it can really be. We wake back up and are finally able to put the lever on the door, only to find out that the door isn't even getting power. Which doesn't make sense because we know from the night sections that if there's no power, the door opens, but what the fuck ever, I'm pretty sure this is literally just a nightmare. Turning around, we notice that the once cramped room is now larger, as a wall that was previously present has disappeared, now leading into a large storage area. With our worthless flashlight in hand, we venture into the dark room, following a wire on the ceiling that will hopefully lead to something to turn the power on. After some wandering, we find a breaker box, but it's locked and we're unable to get into it.
Fuck.
We figure a key must be around the maze of a storage area somewhere, so we set out to find it.
Is there any threat?
Guys, I hated this section so fucking much. I mentioned earlier I have motion sickness, and this gameplay is some of the most nauseating shit I've ever seen in my life. During my playthrough, which you can watch over on my second channel, Dexter Black, I spent a pretty decent amount of time looking for this key, and I couldn't find it. With my head pounding and really just wanting to wrap up the video, I looked up a walkthrough just to see where it was. I went to the location where the guy in the walkthrough found it, shout out to Indie Fuel by the way, only to find that the key wasn't there. The key
Oh,
spawns
fuck.
in a random location, so you can't look up where it is.
Wait, is there a pattern at least? Because it can't be like random. It must be either here or there. Like a fixed place must be a few fixed places. Sorry.
I now had to spend who the fuck knows how long wandering around with the feeling that my head was about to implode looking for a key the size of your ball sack. However, eventually I did find it and I used it to unlock the breaker, only to find out that all we unlocked was another fucking lock. God damn it! Are you serious? This is not a thing that has ever existed. Now we have to find a 4-digit code in this fucking hellhole.
Pentagon level security. What the hell?
This is by far the worst nightmare segment in the entire game. It is ruthless. At first I thought, oh, let's just try the classics. You know, 1987, 1983, but nothing worked. So I assumed that I had to go find the numbers somewhere. I checked the walkthrough, and of course, the code is randomized. Amazing.
Oh, fuck.
After once again, who fucking knows how long, I wander back to the breaker, only
How am I supposed to know the code? The text says.
for the game to then tell me that I should listen for clicks on the correct numbers. Are you fucking me right now?
What?
Why did you not tell me that when I was guessing codes before?
Guessing on the clicks?
Why did you wait so fucking long to come up with that? This game hates me. This game is pulling my hair and just plowing the shit out of me like I'm a dirty little slut. But whatever. We input the code and flip the breaker switch. And as we're walking back to the door to try and open it, we once again pass out. I guess that's what happened when you're just fucked for hours upon hours at a time. You get so tired, you just pass out. Fantastic.
Feels very familiar, to be honest.
As I've said, Night 5 doesn't add anything new, so we can just jump right back into the hellhole that is these nightmare segments. Where the
Nice.
same 15-second ambience loops forever right in my fucking ear when I already have a goddamn headache. Once again, we wake up and walk back to the door to see if we can open it. We flip the switch, and for fuck's sake, something's wrong with the compressor, so we have to go try and find something else. Now, I'm not sure if this next part was just a me thing, so for anyone else who has played this game, let me know if this next part happened to you. We're told literally nothing of importance. The only thing our character states is something along the lines of, what am I going to do now? And that's all we're left with. So my
Nice.
first thought is something along the lines of, oh, I just need to look for another who the fuck knows what. So I did just that. I wandered around the storage area looking for something I hadn't seen before. Who can even say how long I was wandering around before I eventually found what I was supposed to find? Directly next to the original room that we were in at the beginning of the nightmare segments, another wall miraculously disappeared. And that's
Wow.
where we were supposed to go. That wouldn't even be a huge problem if I could fucking see anything at all. But it's so fucking dark. I can't see my hands. It's so dark I can't even think, which I know doesn't make sense, but fuck it, here we are.
It actually makes sense. It does make sense.
Entering this new room, we see a bunch of pipes on the wall. We know the power is on, but figure that there's a generator somewhere that hasn't been turned on, because it wouldn't be a horror game if you didn't have to turn on a generator at some point, now would it? After wandering down a hallway that probably took me 20 minutes to find because I couldn't see a fucking thing, we stumble into the room where the generator is. We power it on and promptly pass out once more because of how loud it is. I'm sure you could guess. Nothing new of note in Night 6, just really fucking hard. In the final nightmare segment, we wake up once more. We walk back to the pipes only to find that a bunch of gas, or air, whatever the fuck, is leaking out of them. So we have to find
Shit.
something to close the valves, which means I get to play another game of walk around aimlessly with a headache looking for a randomly generated tiny object when I can't see a fucking thing. After a long time searching, we find a valve. We then have to take the valve back over to the pipes and figure out which of the billion of them to close off. At first I thought, let's follow the pipe that leads to the door we're trying to open. So after following the completely unconventional and nonsensical twists and turns of the pipes, I found the one that went to the door.
Oh,
Placing
nice.
the valve in that pipe, I tightened it, and it caused the valve to shoot out at Mach 1000 and land who the fuck knows where. So you know what we get to do now? Play another game of walk around aimlessly with a headache, looking for a randomly generated tiny object when I can't see a fucking thing. After finding it lying on the fucking ground, I decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna brute force this one. And to my luck, the pipe I chose to put the valve in next just so happened to be the correct one. Thank God. Finally, we head back over to the door and try to open it one final time, and finally it opens. We see a newspaper with some audio from a newscast playing in the background, explaining that an employee at Freddy Fazbear's burned down the building after reporting that the animatronic stalked him during the night.
As he fucking should.
This employee is who I can only assume to be us. We were placed into a psychiatric hospital because everyone just assumed we were cuckoo bananas. We also find out that the owner of the restaurant, who in this game is called Jacob Fazler, retarded name, I should mention, has been arrested for killing several children, probably in reference to the typical FNAF missing children's incident. And of course, the co-owner, Marcus Reed, killed his daughter. Why did this game choose to give them different names instead of calling them William and Henry? I'm not totally sure. But with that, the main game of Next Week at Freddy's comes to a close. But this game's lore goes a lot deeper than what we've seen. I mean, seriously, the backstory of this game takes up an overwhelming majority of this game's own Wikipedia page. Throughout this game, you're able to look through the files on the computer while also doing things like checking the cameras. It's through these files where you can learn the most overwhelming bullshit you've ever been up against in your entire life. Alright, so let's break down the absolute shit show that is this game's retelling of the original FNAF lore. As I understand it, and with significant help from the wonderful writing of City, the creator of the FNAF fan game wiki. Seriously, I couldn't do this shit without you. No idea how you had it in you to write all this, but here's my shitty retelling. Next Week at Freddy's kicks off with Jacob Fazler and Marcus Reed, the two guys behind Fazbear Enterprises. They started cooking up the idea in the late 80s, and by October of 1989, they have brought the building that would become Freddy Fazbear's Pizza family restaurant. Jacob even logs all of his progress on the same computer in the office you used during the game, talking about buying the stage, wiring the rooms, and bragging about getting Pneumoatronics to build the animatronics. He also casts the voices. Adam Burton as Freddy, Rick Ellis as Foxy, and Davey and Suzanne Paul for Bonnie and Chica. By 1990, the place is open. Business is booming. Jacob marries Nancy. She helps out in the studio, and soon they're running 3 locations. Everything looks fine, but Marcus slowly drifts away from the company, skipping meetings and distancing himself. In 1995, Jacob installs the infamous control panel in the office. You know, the fucking NASA dashboard of switches that's basically the whole reason this game is overwhelming in the first place. Then, life falls apart. Nancy dies, and that's never explained, and Jacob is left raising their daughter Lara on his own. Lara grows up around the restaurant, but loses interest in it, and Marcus cashes out of the company entirely. Jump to 1999. Jacob gets a shiny $12 million offer from Sunbird Hotel Corporation to expand, and for the first time in years, he's motivated again. But in 2001, Marcus storms back demanding his old share. Jacob tells him, "Too bad, fucker, the deal's already done," and Marcus has a meltdown. He's literally dragged out by Adam Burton, Freddy's voice actor, and Marcus files a lawsuit, but the outcome is never revealed. And then tragedy hits. In June 2001, Lara is found dead in the storage room of Freddy's. 3 days later, Sunbird pulls their deal. Jacob's later logs get darker. He writes about hearing Lara's cries and feeling like she's watching him, angry. By 2002, he admits he's, quote, made a mistake. That mistake? Involvement in the deaths of 3 children. Not long after, Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica start moving in disturbingly lifelike ways, which, yeah, the model viewer pretty much confirms are the spirits of those 3 kids. Meanwhile, the employee chat logs on that same office computer show the slow collapse of the place. Staff complain about the animatronics walking around on their own, about creepy suits left lying around, about Jacob drinking and acting strange after Lara's death. Scrap Foxy briefly gets mentioned as this janky earlier version of Foxy. There's even a memo from Jacob banning guest mode after a balloon incident, and literally bolting the animatronics to the stage to avoid lawsuits. And as far as I'm aware, that's all Next Week at Freddy's has to offer. Overall, I think it's one of the most creative FNAF games ever designed from a gameplay standpoint. The game looks gorgeous, it functions really well, and it found a way to make literally every single mechanic useful, which is something a lot of FNAF games just don't seem to be able to do. I would highly recommend you play this game and give it a try. You will not regret it. But let me know what you think. Do you agree with me, or do you think this game is actually horseshit? Let me know in the comments below. In my Mac Tonight video, I asked you guys what your favorite story from a FNAF game was, and my favorite comment was this one by RetroX Gamer, who said The Return to Freddy's. That's just the funniest joke I've ever heard.
Wait.
Guys, what your favorite story from a FNAF game was, and my favorite comment was this one by RetroX Gamer.
I know the story of the Return of Freddy's. The Return to Freddy's series. Kinda, no, I know that this is... this is the second most fucked up fan fiction. Right after the Loud House revamp. Just saying.
Who said The Return to Freddy's. That's just the funniest joke I've ever heard, because the story of that series is actually so hot garbage that I need to jump into an ice bath to cool off. The question of this video is, what FNAF game do you think doesn't get enough recognition?
Sorry.
With the question of the video being asked, subscribe to the channel.
Let me think. I don't know if Graveyard is popular right now. Let's see. What is the answers? Don't let him see post shift 2. That's right. Dave here. I love the review. Thank you for playing. Just to correct a few things. Only Freddy can enter the power grid. Chica can only attack the server room, and New Foxy and you. Okay. New Foxy will attack. Foxy will do that too. Oh shit. Depending on who activated him. Then Bonnie on the left, Chica on the right? Bonnie, he goes left, Chica, she goes right. Boy Chica. Fucking boy Chica. Oh my god. Freddy has a 50-50. Scrap Foxy only runs down the left, for he is the original Foxy. That makes sense. Okay, so I'm now fusion mechanic, but me and my dad work around the compressors and stuff, and at about... Oh, he was actually right. Nice. Okay, let's see. Oh, end of the video question. I would say New Nights at Freddy's doesn't get enough recognition. Okay. Let me think for a minute. What FNAF game was kinda underrated? I have no idea. There is that game where I don't remember the name of it, but it was kinda I forgot the name of it. I will find it later. You will see it in the re-upload of the video. But whatever, wonderful fucking video. Oh, I'm sorry, but seeing people suffer emotionally makes me smile. Alright, let's go to the next video. Talking Angela. The internet's most disturbing video game mystery. It watches you. I will admit, back when I was a kid, I used to play Talking Angela and Talking Tom. Suit me, I was 10 year old. No, even. I think my throat. I was definitely less than 12 years old when I was playing that. So fucking sue me.
So like someone with behind the eyes watching you at all times, even if you're off the app and your phone.
What the hell?
Phone's off.
What the hell?
Outfit 7 Limited is a company that has carved out a massive name for itself in the mobile gaming industry.
Yeah.
You see, since their founding in 2009, the company rapidly expanded, primarily focusing on software engineering and game design. But in case you happen to still not be familiar with them, you might
no,
know
I'm
them
not.
by their biggest achievement, the birth of the Talking Tom franchise.
Fuck.
Beginning as a simple virtual pet app, Talking Tom exploded into a giant success, spawning dozens of games, a wide range of merchandise,
My
and
God.
even an animated TV series. Today,
A TV series? Okay, I didn't know it was this massive. What the fuck?
Outfit 7 has accumulated over 23 billion downloads.
Wait, like all of their games, every man, woman, and child were playing that game. What the fuck?
Across all of their apps. Their success is arguably unmatched in the mobile gaming space.
It sure is.
But behind the charming characters and the bright visuals, there lies a story far less innocent, one that most people have probably never even heard of.
Wait, I think. Right, I think I heard a story that tied to it. I think it was. Wait. I think it was that Tolkien Angela was using the phone's camera to like spy on you or something. Hold up. Where is the company based in? Outfit 7, right? Outfit 7 games. Country of origin. A Slovenian company? It's from Europe. Why the fuck would the country of allegedly femboys do that?
Well, that's an app your kids are talking about. Looks like a cute little cat, but apparently they say it's hiding a big bad secret. Call 7 investigator Teresa Marchetta has been looking into this.
Controversy. Now, kids and parents alike, some saying that the
What
Talking
in the
Angela, that's
fuck?
the app.
Talking Angela.
Talking Angela.
Talking Angela app.
Hold up. Hold the fuck up.
Talking Angela.
Holy shit. Look at the eyes.
App.
Give me a minute. I need a bottle of water. Alright, I am back. I brought some water with me and a little batch of Oreo cookies because I will need some emotional support, man. Like, what the fuck? Seriously.
How would you really know if someone is watching you?
Slovenia.
On a normal evening in
By the way, the developers, do they have multiple offices? Do they have offices in China? Because if they had an a facility in China and that facility was responsible for Tolkien Angela, it would make a lot of sense. Just saying.
Slovenia, a man turns on his computer.
Oh
His
yeah, Windows 7.
Is Samuel Logan.
Uh-huh.
And what he doesn't know is that the 3D model he's about to download from the internet in a few minutes will change the mobile gaming industry as a whole.
What?
You see, from a very young age, Logan found an early interest for programming and creating apps. It wasn't just a hobby for him. It was a passion that would go on to shape the course of his life. So determined to follow this special path, he enrolled at the University of Ljubljana to study computer science. It was there, surrounded by code and creativity, that his lifelong passion began to evolve into something much, much bigger. He earned his bachelor's degree and later achieved his master's a bit up country at the University of Maribor.
Nice.
After graduating the university, he went on to work at the company Nidi, an internet search engine that was founded in 2003. It was considered the Google of Slovenia due to how popular it was, despite it only catering towards Slovenian needs. There
Seriously, it's like the same thing as in Yandex for Russia, I guess.
at Nidi, Samuel was a chief technology officer, one of the highest roles at an organization. But even with all of this, he still wanted more. As days went on, Samuel soon was left at a bit of a...
By the way, sorry, my mouth is filled with cookies. This is 3D animation here. The dude has hands, I'm saying.
stagnant. Working at Nidi, not much really went on in his life. That was until 2008.
So,
The
you're a
iPhone.
developer and you've just spent 2 weeks or maybe a little bit longer writing
Hold up, 2008. The iPhone showed up in 2007. What is it?
this amazing app. Even the big developers would have a hard time getting their app in front of every iPhone user. Well, we're going to solve that problem, what we call the App Store. This is an
Oh.
application we've written to deliver apps to the iPhone.
Right.
And we're going to put it
In 2008, after the initial release of the iPhone just 1 year prior, Apple released the App Store for iPhone. And it was revolutionary. You see, the App
Apple at the time was revolutionary. My tongue. Apple at the time was fucking word. Revolutionary as fuck. I hate my tongue, to be honest. But yeah, the Apple of Steve Jobs was great. After Steve Jobs, oh, I hate the current Apple. Oh. There is only two type of people. There's only two things I am racist towards: Muslims and Apple. 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 I will call it Apple from now on, just to hate it.
App Store helped open up a new window of games most people had never seen before. This shift transformed smartphones from simple communication devices into so much more.
Yeah.
We've got categories here. If you want to find a game, if you want to find a business application, you want to find an application about finance as an example, easy to find stuff.
Now, software developers could publish their apps, making them instantly accessible. This newfound convenience came with the rise of a new genre of games. Games that were quick and casual, but also addictive, and that could be played with a device that stays in your pocket. The crazy part about it is, as simple as these games were, they racked up huge amounts of money. Samo and his wife Iza were inspired by this. They wanted to go on to make their own contribution to this new booming market. With the fairly new digital age becoming more and more prominent, this was their chance to make it big. And with the software experience Samo already had,
Wait.
this was
A fucking laptop for $2,000. Wait, and that's Apple back in the late 2000s. In the early 10s. Why? Why is everything in Apple is so fucking expensive?
was their chance to make it big. And with the software experience Samo already had, this looked like something that was pretty promising for them. And as a result of this, Samo left 90 sometime in the late 2000s to pursue this dream. Together with his wife and a few other close friends that were also developers, they went on to make this dream a reality by taking a massive risk. They invested 240,000 euros, or about $270,000, into a company that would change everything. A change that some would say for the better, and others, the worse.
Oh, Angela!
With 240,000 euros put into it, during July 2009, the launch of the software company Outfit 7 Limited was official. What started as a few friends' dream from the growing mobile gaming market was now a registered LLC. That being said, it was time to put their skills to use, and with no time being wasted, they got to producing their first few apps. Unfortunately though, despite their ambition, Outfit 7's first few games didn't exactly do well at all. In fact, they went on to release about 8 titles that eventually got discontinued and are now considered lost media today.
Let's see, Rock the World, My Toy Car, Healing Crystals, Exotic Iceland, and the Wealth Affirmations. Yeah, nobody knows those.
Management at Outfit 7 quickly realized that this path they were taking didn't quite seem to be the right route. They had to think of something more relatable.
Available for Facebook? What? Alright. Facebook used to have browser games. Well, definitely used to. I don't know about now.
Something that people could resonate with better. Having all this in mind, they took to the internet. The humorous funny cat videos online were strangely something that caught their eye. With each of them generating millions of views, Outfit 7 saw it as the perfect opportunity. It was time to strike.
Cats
And
are
so
the winning
after only
strategy.
just a few weeks of hard work, their project was fully finished. On June 26, 2010, the team officially released their newest addition to the App Store, Talking Tomcat.
That was their first game. Honestly, the first game from their franchise, I guess, that I was playing, it was Angela, not Tom. Tom was right after.
#1 downloaded game at Apple's App Store right now is not Angry Birds, it's Talking Tom, a cat that repeats everything you say in any language. That happy cat Talking Tom's been downloaded over 100 million times, and that's not counting the 10.
Outfit 7 had struck gold. Their small mobile gaming experiment
I forgot what it was named
spawn in
this way.
millions of downloads in little to no time at all. People around the world absolutely loved it, and with their audience being primarily kids, the bright visuals and simple game mechanics were perfect. But why did people love it so much? You see, besides the goofy
Super
visuals
simple.
and the silly animations, Talking Tom had one standout feature that was different from the rest. Once installed, the app would request the user for microphone access, something that most people brushed off without a second
Yeah.
thought. If granted, Tom had the unique ability to mimic any verbal activity being voiced by the player.
Lots we can do with this app. This little tomcat's gonna listen to everything and repeat everything I say, as you can see.
Lots we can do with this app. This little tomcat's gonna listen to everything and repeat everything I say, as you can see.
Everything you said, your tone, your laugh, your inside jokes, he'd echo it right back to you, but in his signature high-pitched voice. It was hilarious. It was interactive. It
Yeah.
was something that most people enjoyed. But Tom had one major limitation. Sure, he mimicked your voice, but it wasn't a real conversation.
Yeah.
Outfit 7 wanted to push the boundaries of what was possible at the time, to create something that didn't just echo you, but could listen, respond, and even hold a conversation. Something that felt more
Excuse me?
human.
Please don't freak me out.
Over the course of the next few years,
Hello?
Outfit 7 continued to publish many successful games.
Talking Santa.
Due to the simple
Nice.
nature of them, creation of these games often only took a small amount of time, with a new game being published about every 2 weeks.
The original slop makers.
While not every release became a hit, most of them shared the same winning
What
formula.
the hell is that?
A silly character, playful animations,
A
and of
talking
course,
fairy?
the iconic voice mimic feature.
Ah, that one became a meme in Russia. I think he still is, but I don't know if he's like this big of a meme in the English audience, but in the Russian one, oh, he's one hell of a meme.
As time went on, these talking pets began crossing paths within different games. Certain apps would feature appearances from different characters, sort of weaving together a shared universe between these friends. But it wasn't until early the next year when a new character was revealed.
Angie!
It's January 2012, and Outfit 7 releases Tom's Love Letters, a simple
Hey, what
yet
now?
charming app that introduced us to a future icon.
Angela.
Angela was a white cat with vibrant blue eyes that was initially established as a love interest for Tom. And although the app didn't consist of much gameplay, it started laying the groundwork for a more in-depth story of Tom, as well as this new Angela character.
My man is making Angela sound sassy as fuck from the start.
As her role continued to expand with each passing game, her presence in the franchise steadily grew, making her one of the most iconic and recognizable characters.
Yep.
In response to all of this, later that year, Angela would go on to get her own game.
Mm-hmm.
The kids are really sending us messages almost daily about Talking Angela.
Huh?
Talking Angela was quite the technological innovation for Outfit 7.
Also, Outfit 7. The original promoters of bestiality. Look at her. Somebody is going to say, or somebody already said, alright, hear me out about Angela. I swear to God, somebody made it on purpose.
It was their biggest achievement in gameplay yet, due to one key feature. Angela was unlike the other characters. She had something that made her special.
Those big blue eyes.
With the use of an AI chatbot, Angela could read and respond to your messages based on what you typed. And while it's nothing compared to the artificial intelligence we have today, in 2012, for a child that was barely paying attention to what they were playing,
That was a fucking
it
breakthrough.
worked.
It was a fucking breakthrough at the time.
But anyone who interacted with it for more than just a few minutes could clearly sense something was off. The conversation was toneless, dry, and lacking any real emotion. Every line Angela delivered felt empty, almost soulless.
Fucking don't flash my eyes, first of all, and second of all, she was using an AI voice, right? Like the default chatbot voices that we all know. She was using that, right? Well, yeah, sure she did.
And loud, empty, almost soulless.
Mm-hmm.
And with nothing but her robotic voice layered over a faint ambient background, the whole experience drifted from playful to quite unsettling.
Give us an example.
Under the
Please don't
surface,
eat it.
there was something about her blank stare, those blue eyes, and the
Don't
uncanny
eat me.
silence of the room that she sat in that didn't quite feel right. It was almost as if playing this game made you feel like you were being watched. But there was no way that
I'm trying to remember right now. When I played it as a kid, I think Angela can track you. I think Angela can use the camera to track you with her eyes, like wherever, whatever side you were from the screen. Like you were holding a phone, the phone was like on your left. Angela was looking to the right in your direction, like whatever position your phone was. She was looking exactly at you from whatever point of view. Like, I hope you understand what I mean.
that was true, right? Was there more to this app? Perhaps more to Angela's AI? Behind the cheerful visuals and the charming animations, the game felt hollow. And beneath its colorful surface, there seemed to be a darkness quietly lurking. A mystery that whispered to players, daring them to dig deeper.
The hell was that?
And so,
By the way, the eyes are different. It's like more like golden eyes, but maybe it's just customization.
they did just that.
Tonight at 10, and throughout the evening, 7 News will bring you steps you need to take to make sure you're getting the whole picture of your child's online activity.
It wasn't until 2 years later that something so small would begin to spread with terrifying speed.
Alright.
Facebook, being the world's top social media platform at the time, was the most convenient way to send users information about one another's life. With constant media being posted, shared, and viewed every second, the service was growing huge. That being said, it wouldn't take long for a few disturbing posts to unexpectedly go on to fuel a massive
What in the hell?
You see, from time to time, Angela's AI would often slip up and say things that felt off.
Like?
Questions that seemed unsettling and way too specific for a children's game. Questions that were personal.
What?
At first, most people brushed it off. Maybe it was a glitch, or perhaps random lines of dialogue with no meaning behind them. But as more and more players started sharing their experience,
The police are coming to put your ass in the fucking prison. What? No thanks. Why don't you go to the other side of town and check if I'm here? If I'm there. What in the fuck?
it got harder to ignore, almost as if someone was typing these messages.
Would everyone else agree with you? I live such a busy life. I get a lot of exercise just walking
Is
to
in
the
real
thing.
time.
Alright. Angela, you're
Watching
creeping
from
out
behind
me
the
out.
screen. What seemed to back this up even more was that Talking Angela came equipped with facial recognition. She had
Fucking
the
what now? Facial recognition? She was using an early prototype of Face ID? Excuse me?
unique ability to decipher between different facial expressions, such as smiles, blinks, yawns, and more.
That's creepy as fuck, okay.
Angela could see you through your camera lens, observe your every action. Given all this, in a player base consisting of
My god. Warning, do not download this game. You see there is a man, watch your kids. Whatever you do, delete this game. If you can read this, tell your parents about this game. It's not meant for kids. The man who is controlling Angela is dangerous, so please.
pretty much only children, parents started to get rightfully concerned. Because if there was someone
Yeah.
controlling this app, it would be extremely easy for them to view and chat with users. So then came the question that haunted everyone.
What the fuck?
What could possibly be this person's intentions? People started to panic.
As they should, to be honest. By the way, I must say, for the record, I was playing the game like it was 2015, 16, like I was 11 to 12 at the time, I'm pretty sure. Fuck, maybe even 13, I don't remember. So it was all after the Angela incident. But was that really, like, did anything changed after the incident with Tolkien Angela? Just saying. Like, I'm pretty sure that TikTok is the modern day Tolkien Angela. Just saying. Everybody knows.
Post after post, worried parents started to state their concerns.
Up. Sorry.
Post, worried parents started to state their concerns.
Guys, Tolkien Angela is a... Eric... What? Tolkien Angela is a trick. There is a P on the other end watching you through your front or back camera. They hack into your phone or device, take your photos, personal information, contacts, and messages. They can find out where you live and what school you go to. They can get your passwords for social media devices as well. Also, if you zoomed into her eyes, I guess it was Tolkien that... Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I hope he will explain.
Over time, these warnings started flooding every...
Tolkien Angela will ask questions, hack your camera, hack your device receiver, and see your contacts and messages.
corner of the site, spreading fast like a virus. And while it's not 100% clear which of these were the first, one thing remained painfully clear. Angela had to go.
Angela was dangerous. She was too... Angela was too dangerous for our society.
Day, the things Angela would say continued to grow more eerie. Every so often, she would ask you where you were from, what school you went to, even questions about your siblings or parents.
My god.
But perhaps the most terrifying thing mentioned about this entire situation
hello.
was Angela's eyes.
Right, this thing. I think what's in the eyes is, how to explain it? She uses the camera, right? Whatever is in her eyes, I guess it's the reflection, not reflection, but showing you what's, like she sees, like she's looking at you from the camera. And what you see in her pupil, it's like her, what she sees, right? Or was it some people?
Multiple people began to report something strange. Something hidden in Angela's eyes. A faint figure that seemed to resemble the silhouette of a man.
Oh.
And while the claim sounds absolutely ridiculous now, back in 2014, when everyone was already on edge, this didn't seem too far-fetched.
Yeah, that seemed pretty valid, to be honest, at the
The
time.
fear of this app was growing, and soon enough, people started contacting their local law enforcement.
Oh my god.
It didn't take much longer for the authorities to get involved. An investigation was underway.
Alright.
In the heat of all this going on, things just seemed to get darker. A
Like?
young boy named Eli Moreno, just 7 years old, allegedly went missing
Oh
in Dallas
my god.
shortly after downloading the Talking Angela app.
Oh shit.
According to the Post, a hired detective claimed that they had been in the process of tracking the Angela man for a few days now, stating he's like a shadow.
Nice.
Eli's story quickly began circulating across Facebook, fueling the growing paranoia of the game's capabilities. Panic was at an all-time high, and with this
sure
tension
was.
in the air, everyone had their eyes on Outfit 7. This graph shows the company's trajectory before the allegations. And this is after.
Oh my.
It wasn't long until Outfit 7 came out with an official response.
The Call 7
And that
investigators
was
taking you behind the screen of an app causing a lot of controversy. Talking Angela, that's the app, is really a front for child predators. Well, those rumors running rampant online and through social media are not true, according to the things that we've been able to find out. There is no creeper behind this kitty's blue eyes.
It turns out the scare was based on a hoax, and an old one,
Hey,
too.
what now?
It's just not.
Of course, the fucking mainstream media.
Not true. There's not a creeper behind Angela's eyes.
Be careful about believing everything you see on Facebook and social media.
With the official responses out, the majority of individuals concluded that this was all just one big internet myth.
Are we sure about it? Because it's the fucking mainstream media. We all know how they operate. Especially nowadays.
But if that was true, then what exactly went wrong? Sam O'Loughlin publicly spoke on the incident, referring to the whole ordeal as a hoax, and stating that the whole thing was absolutely ridiculous, going on to confirm that the game does collect some data, but no personal information at that.
Yeah, we believe that.
Creepy conversations, they were most likely just a result of outdated chatbot technology from 2012, and without
Maybe.
the child filter mode enabled, Angela's responses could sometimes get a bit inappropriate. Furthermore, after a bit of research, people soon realized that the story of Eli Moreno was completely fabricated, with no evidence of his
Are you fucking serious?
existence anywhere.
You're fucking kidding me. It was 4chan's doing, right? If there's anything that is fucked up in this world, 4chan is somehow behind it. It always happens.
A bit of more digging confirmed that the site it was published on, Hustlers, was just one big satirical blog.
Fucking Weekly World News 2.0 type shit.
Making this whole disruption just a deceitful article. But
Fuck.
even with all that debunked, one disturbing detail still lingered. What about the man? The man in Angela's eyes.
I'm pretty sure that was just us,
Well,
maybe.
the truth is actually pretty simple. You see, in 2012, something as taxing as ray tracing wasn't even an option for mobile devices.
Yeah.
Most reflective surfaces in video games weren't actually real mirrors, as that would be extremely demanded when software.
Those were pictures of real... what it's called? Of the real stuff, but... I think I got it.
Performance. Instead, developers utilize pre-baking an image texture into the surface of an object, only giving the illusion of a reflection.
This
Talking Angelo
shit.
was indeed no stranger to this, and upon further inspection, there actually was something visible in Angela's eye. Enhancing the image shows the texture of a dark room, with what seems to be a dresser and a painting in it.
You fucking kidding me? By the way, am I the only one who sees a face here? Like a very creepy fucking face.
No people, no creepy man, just a dark room. What further
Now everything I said about the eyes fucking make me sound like a crazy person.
solidifies this is that the Talking Angela app wasn't even really a 3D game. Going into the app
Yeah, it was
files, people discovered
doing,
that rather than a
what it's called, 2.5D game, right?
fully modeled environment, Angela, as well as the world around her, were just hundreds of already 3D rendered image files played out in order to make it seem like she was moving.
Damn. That's a lot.
The short-lived allegations quickly died down,
Thank
and
God.
despite the rumors proven to be false, Outfit 7 still went back in 2016 to remove the chatbot feature. Maybe
God
to
damn it.
avoid any future conflict.
Ow. Ow.
In 2017, Outfit 7 was sold to a Chinese investment group called United Luck Holdings, ending Samo and Iz's ownership.
Ah.
And today, the Talking Tom franchise is still strong and successful, continuing to release out games, merch, and even a TV series with 5 seasons.
Those oversimplified designs. I don't like them. I don't like it.
In conclusion, the dent Angela left on the franchise was a very small yet memorable mark of the past. Just another mix-up taken out of context due to a bit of paranoia.
Oh God.
But even to this day, some people still swear that there was more to Talking Angela. Something deeper than a chatbot.
Oh, please no.
So I guess that begs the unsolved question. How do you really know if someone is watching you?
You never do. That's simple. But fuck.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. This was super fun to make. I know this video is quite the contrast to my typical video.
My God, fuck. Houston, we got fucking tricked. All of us. 2014. Guys, I think this AI is a person. 2025. Guys, I think the person is AI. That sure is. The capital felt empty, soulless. Me. It's an AI program. It's supposed to be soulless. Whatever. Wonderful video by OCD. Go and check him. Okay, from creepy stuff to super fun stuff. The sleeper car of all time. The fucking Volvo. I think that was the... I don't remember the exact name of the model, but that's the modification T5R. Yeah. The Turbo Brick. I want to know each story.
So we all know Volvo is the safe bricks on the road. Literally
Yes.
one of the most rectangular wagons you could ever see other than the cube car maybe. They're most likely driven by your local college professor or maybe a chiropractor. But did you
Or a grandma. That's important.
know that Volvos can basically anything they want to? Volvos are extreme factor. But did you know that Volvos can basically anything they want to?
Yeah. By the way, those bricks, they were fucking immortal.
Volvos are extremely badass cars. They're so badass that even Gus Fring from Breaking Bad drives one of these. They're kind
Damn.
of chill looking on the outside, but pretty freaky on the inside. Like 100 years ago, Volvo got the reputation for being built like a tank. Say you
Yes.
bomb a Volvo dealership, the smoke will clear and the building will be gone. All the Volvos will be as spotless as they were when they came out of the factory.
I was just about to say, and the cars were, they were clean, as if they were just born.
If you catch
Born.
a Volvo in the wild, you kind of have to steer clear, because if you get in an accident with this car, you're going to get mowed down. These cars will not sacrifice their driver for your safety. If you T-bone a Volvo, your car is probably going to get totaled, and theirs
Yeah.
will not. If you see a Volvo flip over and roll towards you, you're probably going to get steamrolled, but that's obviously not a realistic scenario because a Volvo will never flip over. Volvos are just so badass that they will not break ever, and they will not explode.
And they will just sit exactly where they are.
If you've watched my other videos, then you should know that BMWs are the best inline 6 company ever. Well, Volvo is
Yeah.
basically the same, but for turbo inline 5 engines.
Ooh.
Back in the 80s, they built the 240 turbo.
Wait.
This car
Wait, they are better than Audi? Oh my.
Comes in almost any trim you can think of, and it was surprisingly fast for the time, but not quite.
Please bring in their marketing, because I remember they were having a marketing where fucking my tongue. They had a marketing campaign where they were saying, yeah, we are better than a fucking Ferrari.
Quite as fast as the 850 TR or the 850R that they built in the 90s. These are basically the first Volvos that mogged hard. 250 horsepower in the 90s is absolutely fucked. The Mustang GT only had 215 horsepower. 250 horsepower in the 90s is like bringing a chainsaw to a pillow fight. First of all, turbo inline 5s might be the best sounding engines ever. Secondly, the video title does not lie. Volvos look awesome. Something about the geometry, the headlights, I don't know, they just look like the craziest sleepers of all time. Maybe that's
a fucking brick, yeah.
That's what Volvo is, the craziest sleeper of all time. Volvos just subtly look so nice. They have so many nice features too. For example, let me just talk about the Volvo S60R and V70R for a minute. These are basically the same cars, except the S60R is a sedan and the V70R is a wagon. I believe these came out in the early 2000s. This is the time that car manufacturers were snorting.
He put a picture with the fucking towers.
As a wagon. I believe these came out in the early 2000s. This is the time that car manufacturers were snorting coke on the job. BMW put a V10 in a family sedan. The Audi RS6 C5 was insane. And of course we have the E55 AMG and the Jaguar XJR. These cars were just wild. Horsepower numbers that were unheard of at the time. But then we have the Volvo S60R and V70R. So these turbo inline 5 family cars packed a very solid and reliable 300 horsepower stock. They come with a Spaceball manual transmission, which is pretty badass. But more importantly, they were way overbuilt. Have you ever heard of stitched leather in the bottom of a car's door card? They also have suspension that you can change as you drive. Comfort's just for when you're going for a cruise, sports when you're driving through the canyons, and advanced is for when you're actually racing. Volvo claims that their suspension can keep the car in a horizontal attitude relative to the road. To be fair, I don't know what the else the car could be relative to the road, like perpendicular, but regardless, the suspension settings are really cool. These cars also came stock with Brembo brakes. They can basically stop on a dime. The leather seats are really cool. These cars also came stock with Brembo brakes. They can basically stop on a dime. The leather seats are super comfortable too, and they have rare trim called Nordicap, which is a blue 2007 V8 sedan. They're not terribly fast, but super comfortable and sound amazing. So the V8s in these cars were actually built by Yamaha. Yeah, the people who make pianos, lawnmowers, boat engines. They also made a Volvo V8, and it's
then they snorted out some little more coke when Toyota kicked in and said, listen, we need an engine for a fucking Lexus. And then they made the V10 for the LV, which is... Oh my god, that's that angelic sound of a Lexus LFA V10. Oh my god, that was heaven.
Screams. I think stock it's about 315 horsepower, which is still pretty solid. It's not super fast, but it's very solid for a sedan.
Yeah, but that bitch was fucking heavy, right?
You can find these incredibly cheap on Facebook too, which is nice. But there's some drawbacks before.
Yeah, one of them, since they are so cheap, they are cheaper than my fucking Jeep. Those V8s were breaking like they were made out of glass, right?
You go buy one. So their all-wheel drive system, I don't really know what I think of it yet. It's super good all-wheel drive and you will not slip out. That being said, it's really front-wheel drive bias, and we know how I feel about front-wheel drive. Also, there's the steering. I've heard these cars have very loose steering and it's not very responsive. They have a really wide wheelbase, so you don't get a very tight turning radius either. And unfortunately, there's limited aftermarket support. There's extremely good aftermarket.
What the Why would you convert a sedan into a fucking Jeep? Why? Just take a fucking second jet. Take fucking a second gen Pajero and do all these fucking modifications to him. Or, I don't know, a 120 Land Cruiser Prado and do all of this shit. They are way more compatible with the off-road kits than a fucking sedan. Why? That's still fucking badass, to be honest. Like, that looks pretty cool, and look at this clearance. this clearance is higher than my fucking Pajero, by the way. Or maybe than even my dad's Prado 120, which is already like on the... Wow.
Market support, but sadly there's just not very much of it. I've heard that IPD is a great company for aftermarket support. Anyway, that's where the cons end. I think one of the greatest things about these cars is how underground they are. As I said earlier, Volvos are the best end. I think one of the greatest things...
Saddam Hussein just chilling out, looking at a Volvo V70R and... Yeah.
About these cars is how underground they are. As I said earlier, Volvos are the best sleepers. So what I'm getting to is that only old people drive these cars, right? Which means these cars are extremely well maintained and you don't need to worry about buying them secondhand. These cars are literally grandma owned and grandma driven. You don't usually see grandmas at street takeovers, right? They're also usually listed for under $10,000. Which my broke ass really fucks with. Next, I want to talk about the newer Volvos. I'll get back to the old ones in a minute, but I don't usually see people talking about the newer ones. Did you know that some of these cars are making about 450 horsepower stock? The Volvo...
Yeah, like the modern Volvos, they are fine. They are surely still unfucking breakable, but the engines... I think they are using Ford engines, right?
S90, V90, and XC90 all make dumb power. Unfortunately, they're all hybrid cars, but I think 450 horsepower is pretty tempting, right? I think these cars would be very ideal daily drivers, or at least a great car to have for a road trip. Volvo really knows what they're doing when it comes to comfort. 58 miles a gallon is nothing to complain about either.
Ooh, 58 miles a gallon. Pretty solid.
Okay, back to the older Volvos. They're still great cars, they look great, they're comfortable, but they're very far from Canyon Carvers. Some people have built very impressive Volvos though. The Volvo 240 might be the perfect car for anyone. They are slow, but there's so many trim levels for this car and so many people have modified them into drift cars, off-roading cars, drag cars, race cars. They're kind of like the BMW E30 of Volvo in my opinion. Just a perfect blank canvas. The Volvo 240 is super slow, but fortunately it has a very large engine bay, so you can toss something faster in there. While Volvo may not be the perfect car brand, they definitely have created some amazing cars. The safety of Volvos unfortunately has to take away from the fun a bit. The really safe all-wheel drive system or the wide turning radius. While Volvo has created the daily driver of all time, there's a chance that they haven't created the sports car you've been looking for your whole life. Volvo mogs, but only as much as safe family cars can mog.
Dude, I love Volvos.
Steamrolled, but that's obvious.
Okay. Whatever. Fucking. I don't have anything to say. Those Volvos are pretty cool, and no, that's somewhere in Europe. I thought for a second that was like a Russian number, but whatever. My fucking chest. Okay, and now to start the next video, I need to find this video. I think I remember what it's called. Easter eggs tier list. Oh, in games tier list. Oh, here is the video. Wait, what will I choose? Ah wait, that's a FNAF Easter egg. No, we are not doing that. We are doing video game Easter eggs in general. Let's go.
And yeah, quick up. Apparently, you guys love when I lose.
By the way, video by Spooksa. What a nice name.
Brain cells. Apparently, you guys love when I lose brain cells ranking creepy gaming stuff.
What in the fuck?
Apparently, you guys love when I lose.
Those like... Is he taking that from fan-made games? Yeah, those... Oh... What the fuck?
Brain cells ranking creepy gaming stuff. Because my last video did way better than it had any right to. So I figured we'd crank it up a notch. This time I'm ranking some of the weirdest creepy Easter eggs and hidden secrets across a bunch of games. And yeah, quick refresher on the ranking system. This time there's Nightmare Fuel, disturbing, creepy, strange, goofy, and dumb. Also guys, I am working on a bigger video, Iceberg. But I didn't want to leave y'all without an upload for too long, so I did this on the side. Alright, with that out of the way, let's start off with one of the most infamous, like, Easter eggs, kinda. Because obviously I'm gonna start off with a FNAF one.
Oh my god, no. Please get Golden Freddy away from me.
So this one's a
Fuck
classic. Back when the first game came out, people figured out you could set the custom night difficulties to 1 night, 8, and 7. A nod to the infamous Bite of 87. Supposedly, if you did this, Golden Freddy would, like, appear, right? Let out this distorted scream and then crash your game. It's a creepy idea and a secret code tied to the darkest part of the lore, kinda.
It was alright for the time, but right now it became such a fucking meme.
Catch was that this wasn't actually real at first. It was just a rumor fans spread. But it picked up so much traction that Scott Cawthon eventually caved and added it later as a legit Easter egg. So in a way, it's a fake Easter egg that turned real, which is kind of hilarious and kind of brilliant also. As far as...
Wait. Is that real? I thought... What? I thought that it was from the start of the game. Fucking W for Scott, to be honest.
Scary Easter eggs go, this one's on the weaker side, and before you start typing in the comments, I want to emphasize I'm ranking these on how scary they were, okay? Not how iconic they are. So yeah, Golden Freddy's scream and the crash are unsettling, kind of, but first of all, it's just a PNG. Also, it loses scary points in my eyes for being born as pure fanfiction.
And also, the scream was way too long. Like, if a jump scare is longer than 2 or 3 seconds, it's worth nothing.
It's more of a cool nod to the community rather than like Nightmare Fuel. For now, since it's our first entry, this sits at creepy though. It's more cool than anything, but keep in mind it could get shuffled if we get some weaker or sillier ones later, but we'll see.
Okay. Batman Sonic. What the fuck?
Alright, so in Sonic CD, if you mess around in the hidden sound test and enter the code 420421, you unlock one of the strangest screens in Sonic history for sure. Instead of the bright, cartoonish Sonic we all know, you get this dark, shadowy, buff-looking Sonic silhouette with glowing highlights. The background's just storm clouds, and the screen spells out Sonic the Hedgehog. It was actually meant as a joke, a parody of Batman with the Japanese, United States boss theme in mind. But the execution is pretty weird. It feels more like you just found a cursed bootleg screen than a developer gag.
Yeah. Boy, it does go hard.
It's strange, not really scary, not disturbing, just bizarre.
Just
it kind of gives what am I even looking at energy, but I mean, it is definitely unsettling in the wrong context. You can tell it wasn't meant to freak anyone out, but yeah, it is pretty creepy.
Yep. Chris Hoffian Room, a link to the past. Okay.
Back in the early 90s, Nintendo Power ran a contest where the winner would get their name hidden in an upcoming Zelda game. The winner, Chris Houlihan, ended up with his own secret room in A Link to the Past.
Wow.
If you trigger the right glitch, Link falls into a hidden chamber filled with rupees, and a sign reads, "My name is Chris Houlihan. This is my top secret room. Keep it between us, okay?" It's not scary at all. It's basically a cool dev Easter egg and a neat reward for a contest winner. The only reason it ever creeped people out is because the way you usually stumble into it is through a glitch, which makes it feel more like a hidden debug void than a friendly bonus.
Yeah,
on
makes
its own, it's not creepy, so I'm gonna put it in goofy. If you found it by accident, maybe it felt a bit eerie, but compared to genuinely creepy Easter eggs, this is bottom tier in terms of scare factor.
Yeah. Next. Infinity Killer S Easter egg. GTA 5, what in the fuck?
In Grand Theft Auto 5, over in Sonora National Park, there's this rock with a creepy poem carved into it. 1 is done, 2 is fun, 3 try to run, 4 called mom, 5's not alive.
4 called mom. It was supposed to be creepy. Why the fuck would he bring up the mom? Why?
6 is Nix, 7's in heaven, 8 won't wait. At first glance, players thought it was a reference to Freddy Krueger's iconic nursery rhyme from A Nightmare on Elm Street. But technically, it is tied to the Infinity Killer, a serial killer mentioned in the game's lore. The Freddy connection might be a coincidence, or maybe Rockstar slipped it in as a cheeky nod. Either way, it's unsettling to stumble across this creepy rhyme in the middle of the desert. So I'll put it in creepy. It definitely has a sinister vibe. It's tied to an in-game serial killer written like a twisted children's rhyme.
Not bad.
And carries that
Not
creepy
bad.
feeling of like you weren't supposed to find this.
But you did. Goldshire Children, World of Warcraft. Oh, the Ghost Kids.
If you're
Ghost
playing
Kids.
World of Warcraft as a human, one of the first towns you come across is Goldshire. Seems harmless, but if you visit a certain house near Crystal Lake at 7 AM server time, 6 children spawn and line up in a strange formation. In older versions of the game, it looked exactly like a pentagram. The kids just stand there. I don't think they move, they just like stare. They walk into the house from Stormwind, stay a while, and then vanish without explanation. Blizzard later admitted it was an inside joke. The kids are modeled after real devs, with one of them being gender swapped just because his name sounded feminine. The pentagram thing, well, it is a pure coincidence apparently. But intentional or not, it's straight up unsettling when you stumble across it. Especially in an MMO where almost everything else feels alive and interactive. Silent children forming occult-like patterns in a sheery fantasy MMO. Yeah, that's 6 of people for sure. Not quite Nightmare Fuel, but absolutely in the creepy category.
Not bad. Oh, Gyroid Face, Animal Crossing. Oh, I know this one. Yeah, that will go right into Nightmare Fuel. By the way, I forgot to say, I am pretty sure I will know at least 30% of all those creepy Easter eggs from the games. And from what I know, I can say one thing for sure. Nintendo have the scariest creepy Easter eggs, glitches, or whatever you like to call it. They have the creepiest ones. Like, look at the thumbnail. Those 2 are Nintendo games, just so you know. Like, this one is from, what was it? The Nintendo game phone or whatever it was. And yeah, that's a great example.
Dude, this one, okay. If I'm not mistaken, in the original Animal Crossing for the GameCube,
my man is using an emulator. Fucking based.
If you traveled to another player's town and then reset the console while you were there, the game punishes you with this. When you restart, not only do you lose your items and bells, but your character's face is replaced with the gyroid's hollow face, empty black eyes, and
by the way, I think all of the characters have the same face now. Sup, Apex, all good? Yeah, all nice, Faster.
a gaping circular mouth. It's not a glitch, it was deliberately coded in by Nintendo. Usually, resetting scolds you for resetting, but this punishment is way harsher. To make it even creepier, gyroids themselves are inspired by Haniwa statues from Japan's Kofun period, which were literally buried with the dead. So yeah, when your Animal Crossing villager suddenly looks like one, it feels way darker. It's a literal like cute life simulator game, so yeah. I'm gonna put it in Nightmare Fuel. This is one of those things that scarred kids who ran into it by accident, and watching it on YouTube too. Boosting them is bad enough, but seeing your villager's face hollowed out like some kind of cursed doll, easily one of the creepiest hidden punishments in a Nintendo game.
It sure is. Hall of Tortured... Fuck. Hall of Tortured Souls, XL95. Wasn't that a thing like for Windows, for the Microsoft Dev Team? Or whatever? Oh, right.
This one's kind of cheating because it wasn't really even in a video game, but it's hidden inside Microsoft XL95. If you follow the bizarre sequence of steps like scrolling to row 95, selecting then hitting the right combo in the About menu, you'd unlock a secret mode. It's a first-person like Doom-style hallway called the Hall of Tortured Souls. Yeah, the creepy part kinda ends with a name though, well in my opinion. Inside is a trippy maze with neon platforms and walls. At the end of the hall, you see the names of the XL developers plastered everywhere.
Ah, it's only the XL developers? That's a pretty big team, to be honest, for such an app.
And if you typed XLKFA, the walls vanished, revealing a secret room with actual pictures of the dev team. Now, on one hand, it's just a goofy dev Easter egg, but on the other hand, imagine being some office worker in the 90s, messing around in Excel, and suddenly you're walking around in this creepy Doom-like void called the Hall of Tortured Souls. That name alone is wild. It feels like a cursed program that should not exist. I'm gonna put this in strange. Yeah, the name makes it sound darker than it is, but at the end of the day, it's just a quirky dev credit room. Creepy in concept, unsettling title, but it's not really that creepy though.
In reality, it's just funny and stupid. A little bit. A Hell Valley Sky Trees. Super Mario Galaxy 2. Fucking called it. I fucking knew it.
Okay, if you've hung around my channel, you probably expect me to be very biased with this one, considering how much I love and obsess over every aspect of this 3D Mario game in specific, but I'm gonna try to stay objective. In Super Mario Galaxy 2, if you go into first-person view in the Shiverburn Galaxy, you'll notice something bizarre. Off in the distance, standing in the skybox, are these shadowy, lanky figures with glowing white eyes. They don't do anything, they don't move, they don't react, and like, when you look at them, and no characters in the game ever acknowledge them. They just stand there and watch you. The files themselves don't make it
the watchers
any less creepy. Nintendo literally named the background Beyond Hell Valley Sky, and the textures Hell Valley Sky Tree.
What?
So yeah, Nintendo themselves put Hell in the file names. The figures even reappear later in the Grandmaster Galaxy, watching from afar again. And since they're baked into the skybox, they're pretty huge. The tallest one is over 100 times Mario's height. It doesn't help that no official explanation was ever given. Fans theorized they were tree spirits, or like aliens, or just a sick inside joke. Combine that with the creepypasta about them stalking players, and it's no wonder this thing blew up as one of the scariest Mario secrets.
Yeah,
Still,
that's
I
for
would
sure.
say it's creepy. This one's iconic. It's subtle, it's unexplained, and it's
Chill out with the bias, please.
downright creepy for a Mario game. The name Hell Valley Skytrees alone is pretty like nightmare fuel, but the design isn't really gonna give any kids nightmares, I think. At least not me.
Yeah, for those who don't know. Jolene Cranley, Evan's Ghost, GTA 5, and yeah, I know this one too.
Up on Mount Gordo in GTA 5, if you visit a cliffside rock between 11 PM and midnight in-game, you'll see a chilling sight. The ghost of a woman in a white dress, pale skin, black eyes, and a bloody face. If you get too close, she fades away. On the rocks nearby, you'll see the word Jock written in blood. The lore ties it all together, so apparently...
Okay, this looks pretty creepy, I'll be honest.
This is a woman called Jolene Cranley Evans, who was the wife of a stuntman named Jock Cranley. He murdered her by pushing her off the cliff, staging it as an accident so he could focus on his career. The bloody Jock is her revenge carved into the rocks, I guess, or something, I don't know. This Easter egg is effective because it's a straight horror moment in a game not built for horror. The ghost's appearance, the time restriction, and the creepy murder backstory make it stand out as one of the best executed spooky Easter eggs in GTA 5 and honestly in gaming in general. So I'll put this in Nightmare Fuel because, yeah, the design of the ghost alone is enough to spook.
I would honestly put it in Disturbing because, well, it is creepy, it's not like scaring, it's not absolute nightmare fuel. Like, there is a way more scarier Easter eggs, to be honest.
Players, but add in the tragic backstory and the atmospheric setup, and this becomes one of Rockstar's creepiest secrets ever.
On the Rockstar's part in gaming in general, yeah, there is scarier shit. Like this bitch, what the fuck? Luminous City Ghost Girl.
In Pokemon X and Y, if you head into a certain office building in Lumio City and take the elevator to the second floor, something bizarre happens. The music cuts out, the lights flicker, and then a ghostly girl using the Hex Maniac model appears behind you. But here's the thing. Instead of walking, she just glides across the floor in a frozen walking animation. Yeah. She passes right by your character.
Now, those kinds of Easter eggs in a child's game, now that's a fucking nightmare fuel. And no wonder Nintendo holds nearly the entire pedestal, in my opinion.
Mutters the chilling line, "No, you're not the one," and then drifts off screen.
Maybe she was looking for her husband, who knows?
Disappearing completely. That's it, no explanation. Again, this is Pokemon X and Y. There's no quest tied to her, like there's no dialogue anywhere else in the game that references her. I mean, there kind of is, but really, like, it's not.
I am going to go for help, wait in the usual place.
Proven, so yeah. Players went wild with theories. Maybe she was tied to a hidden legendary, maybe only certain trainer IDs could trigger the real event, maybe she was meant for a cut storyline, but officially she's just there, and an unexplained ghost girl in a kid's game, I mean, you know, Pokemon.
By the way, did anybody crack up the files of X and Y? Just a question. Did anybody crack up the files? Because that would explain a lot if they did, and if they found something. God, I wish that will happen someday.
So I really want to put this in the Nightmare Fuel just based on how iconic it is and stuff, but I'm gonna put it in Disturbing. It's not Nightmare Fuel, but it's one of the more unnerving Pokemon moments ever, and Pokemon has a lot of unnerving moments, but yeah, this one is...
Nintendo in general has the most disturbing shit.
It's pretty creepy. The lack of context makes it way scarier, since your brain does fill in the blanks, so definitely top of this tier.
Oh, Monkey People, Halo 3. Oh, by the way, me and Dark just completed it recently. And you fucking missed it, all of you. Go to the streams on YouTube and Twitch. By the way, I'm trying to get affiliate on Twitch. I need at least 4 people, active people on Twitch, for a few streams for a few days. Please do it. I will be so grateful for you. Back to the video.
In the Halo 3 mission, Sierra 117.
The beginning of the game. Fuck, me and Dark skipped this one, I guess.
If you go exploring off the main path, you can stumble across something truly bizarre. A hidden family of ape-like humanoids with disturbing human faces. They sit tucked away in a cave, including...
By the way, I always thought it was like Halo 1, the Combat Evolved. Didn't know it was in Halo 3, or maybe I forgot. Fucking My fault, I guess.
Including one holding a teddy bear. They're not enemies, they don't like move, they don't have dialogue.
They're not even NPCs. I think it's just a texture, and that's all. And I'm sorry, at the time it did look creepy, but now it's the goofiest shit ever.
They just exist.
Look, I need a fucking pop filter for my microphone, by the way. I will take care of that later.
Kinda. Other monkey people can be spotted later in the mission, one peering out from a cliff and another stuck in a tree. They were supposedly dropped in by Bungie devs as a joke, using a scrapped or placeholder model, but nothing about
Makes
them
sense.
is explained in-game. The unsettling part is definitely their faces. They look way too human for Halo's art style, which makes them feel wrong and out of place. Combine that with the fact that you can only find them by wandering off the map, and it feels like you've uncovered something you weren't supposed to see. It's very uncanny. But I think this goes in creepy. You know, these things are way too creepy to put it in any other tier. They're not scary, and the teddy bear detail almost pushes them into goofy territory, but there's definitely an uncanny factor that just puts them in this tier, in my humble opinion.
Yep. Creepy radio station Far Cry 5. I completed this game like a few weeks ago. Once again on stream. You're missing everything. Once again. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and maybe even Saturday. Go to YouTube or Twitch. I am waiting for you. Links in the description, as usual. Back to the video. I don't remember this radio, by the way. I don't think I ever met the radio. No, I didn't.
In Far Cry 5, if you drive around long enough in the northern part of the map, you can sometimes stumble onto a strange and unsettling radio station. Instead of normal music, the station is just pure static, but hidden in that static are muffled moans and distant screams.
That's pretty much... Alright. Well, for the game, pretty much on brand, to be honest. Like, sometimes you will just find some disturbing radio messages. Yeah, I made, once again on stream, one or two radio transmissions that were kinda creepy.
It doesn't follow a clear pattern, and there's no quest or lore explanation tied to it, it's just there. Some players think it's just an atmospheric detail or an inside joke from Ubisoft, while others swear it feels like a leftover from cut content.
Did anybody use the... What's the name of that audio device that... Not device, but the audio app that shows you the audio... you know what I mean, those classic ones. Fuck, I'm trying to remember the names, I don't remember it. Fuck, I'm such a stupid idiot.
Whatever the case, hearing human suffering noises...
But whatever. Did anybody use this audio app to check up the like audio waves of that thing, of that radio transmission? Maybe there's an Easter egg or something. Because I'm just interested.
Buried in radio static out of nowhere is definitely unnerving.
Yeah.
So I'll put this in disturbing. It's not visually scary, but the idea of random hidden torture screens.
I would put it in creepy because why it is very disturbing. There was no like screaming, yelling, just static, which is not the most disturbing thing that you will find in Far Cry 5. From experience.
And your car radio while driving through the Montana wilderness is definitely messed up.
But not the most. Fun is infinite. This goes straight into Nightmare Fuel, by the way. Because you won't find it it was in Sonic CD, obviously. But when imagine you are a 10-year-old kid, you are just putting something random in the music selector in Sonic City, and then you see this fucking screen that saying something in Asian people talk, in Asian people language, and some creepy music is kicking in. And I already know that's the music that's in there. It's like boss theme of boss theme of Robotnik in the, I think, American version. But it's like, yeah, it's the Japanese version, I guess. Yeah, I think it was only in the Japanese version, and for some reason it was playing the American Robotnik boss theme, which is different than the one in the Japanese game. I think I remember that correctly. Comment if I'm wrong, to be honest. I may be wrong with that one. I may be wrong with a lot of them.
Okay, so yeah, this one, oh my god. In Sonic CD, the 1993 version, there's a hidden Easter egg buried in the sound test menu that you've most probably seen before. If you enter the sequence 46, 12, 25, instead of music or a normal screen, you're greeted with something way offbeat.
By the way, yeah, the name of that, they called it Majin Sonic because I think one of them, one of those symbols, it's like the Majin symbols. I'm pretty sure he will talk about it.
A repeating wallpaper of Sonic sprites, except their faces aren't normal. They've been replaced with distorted, human-like masks, grinning unnervingly while wagging a finger. Across the screen, Japanese
he's like, naughty naughty.
Text reads something like, Fun is infinite with Sega Enterprises Majin. Paired with the boss theme, the screen feels straight up cursed, like some kind of anti-piracy warning or demonic message hidden in the code.
Oh yeah, I mean.
The word Majin itself doesn't help either, since it loosely translates to devil or demon. The truth is less sinister though. This is actually just the work of designer Masato Nishimura, whose childhood name was Masin. He tossed it in as a goofy self-insert, but because of the human-like face and creepy vibe, the screen spread around the internet as one of the earliest Sonic creepypastas.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll put this in disturbing. Even though the intention was lighthearted, the way it looks and sounds in the US version of the game is just unsettling. It's almost nightmare fuel, and one of those things that feels too out of place and wrong for its game, which is why people still talk about it to this day.
Yeah. And later it became an FNF character, of course, the Friday Night Funkin', which is as much as I hate Friday Night Funkin', kinda hate. This game did brought the Sonic EXE spooky genre back into life. It's difficult to admit it. Ghost, Call of Duty World at War. I think I remember this one too. Yeah, like ghosts started to show up on your face.
Call of Duty World at War already has one of the darkest vibes in this series. I mean, we already talked about this game in my channel, so yeah, you already know. The campaign is brutal, the atmosphere is gritty, and then you have the Noxy zombies on top of that. But players back in the day started reporting something weird. Ghosts hidden in the maps. On Asylum, people claimed they heard a girl crying, chains rattling, whispers in bathrooms, and even a piano playing behind locked doors.
Footage, please.
Takes it further. You can hear sobbing screams and even drilling noises in the dentist's share room that end with a man screaming. Shino Numa has kids singing nursery rhymes, and Dura Reese has like whispers and dog whimpers and children's voices. Whether you call them ghosts, spirits, or just creepy Easter eggs, they added this haunted, liminal vibe to the game that stuck with people for a long time. So I'll put this in like disturbing. Yeah, they're creepy as hell, and also one of the best examples of how COD Zombies built its disturbing atmosphere. So yeah.
Oh, I remember you. Gold Coast, Super Mario 3D Land. Yep.
In Super Mario 3D Land, there's a weird hidden figure that players call the Trick Teresa Gold Ghost. You can spot it in the Ghost House level of World 4-4, right at the end of the stage near the flagpole. If you stand still by defense for about 30 seconds, a strange pale figure with hollow black eyes slowly fades into the background skybox. It doesn't like attack or interact with Mario, obviously. I mean, why would Nintendo make it do that? And it really isn't acknowledged anywhere else in the game. It just sits there staring before vanishing again. The thing that makes it so creepy is the total lack of explanation. Nintendo never talks about it, and it's...
Well, it's a ghost house level, so I guess it makes sense. Whatever.
Serves no gameplay purpose at all. Its design also feels off, like it doesn't belong in Mario's cartoony world, which is the same reason people connect it to the Hell Valley Sky Trees from Galaxy 2. The fact that it shows up in World 4-4 is an extra detail fans point out, since in Japanese, the number 4 can also be read as death, which I already mentioned that in my Super Mario Hoaxes video. Yeah, this goes in creepy. This doesn't reach full-on nightmare feel, but it's definitely unsettling. The human-like eyes, the way it lingers in silence, and the fact that you only notice it if you stop moving at all. It's like you found something you weren't meant to. It gives off that eerie kind of vibe and energy.
Yeah. Oh, Ubo, Yumeniki. Oh, I know this one. It's Nightmare Fuel.
is already a pretty unsettling indie game, full of dreamlike areas and weird characters. But Uboa is the one that really burned itself into gaming legend. If you go into Poniko's house and flick the lights, there's only a 1 in 64 chance this thing shows up. Instead of Poniko, you're greeted by this static white face with an empty smile, and the whole room distorts while this loud droning noise kicks in. I'm just gonna play it, yeah.
Ow. My back! My fucking back! It hurts!
I think this is Nightmare Fuel rightfully. What makes it so creepy is that you can't escape. Interacting with Uboa just dumps you into an endless void known as Uboa's Trap. Also, W.D. Gaster, you know, the creepy dude from Undertale, I feel like has to be inspired by Uboa. I feel like, I don't know, I'm pretty sure the character has apparitions in other Toby Fox games. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there.
Who are you running from? Game Boy camera. Yeah, this one. Oh, fuck. That shit was terrifying when I first saw it.
Yeah, this brings back memories. So the Game Boy camera, you know,
the
supposed to be like...
the fucking Bandicam. I'm sorry, but the fucking Bandicam watermark is already selling everything.
Like this lighthearted little accessory for kids, you know, take silly pictures, slap on stickers, and print them if you had the printer. Pure innocent Nintendo vibes, right? Well, except that hidden inside the cheerful toy is one of the most unnerving screens you'll ever stumble across on any official Nintendo hardware and any hardware in general. If you mess around in the menu and select the run option, instead of a normal menu response, you'll suddenly be greeted with distorted, hand-drawn faces that look like something straight out of a serial killer's sketchbook.
Yeah.
Phrases like, who are you running from, or don't be silly, appear above them while the Game Boy pushes its tiny sound chip to create this distorted, demonic noise. The clash between child-friendly branding and this absolute nightmare fuel makes it way scarier than it has any right to be. So obviously I'm gonna put this in nightmare fuel. This one is genuinely terrifying because, you know, context. It's not from a horror game, it's from Nintendo, a Game Boy camera. It's a company known for family-friendly fun that just casually slipped in one of the most disturbing jump scares on a children's toy. That "who are you running from" screen has stuck with a lot of people for decades, including me, and for good reason. Also, without context, this is still like very
no blank frames.
Terrifying. I think this easily goes at the top of Nightmare Fuel.
Yep. Headcrab screams. Oh yeah, from Half-Life 2. Yeah, I think I heard it
This
too.
one's...
I think it's like the head crabs. It's like the humans who got taken over by the head crabs. They try to scream, but the lines are like backwards, like not from start to finish. Not like you know what I mean. They speak in reverse. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah.
Pretty creepy. So at first, the zombies in Half-Life 2 just sound like they're moaning and garbling nonsense. But players who dug into these sound files and reversed them found something far more disturbing.
I remember it almost correctly.
Those zombie noises are actually human voices played backwards, and when you flip them around, you can clearly hear phrases like "help me" and "oh god."
Oh, so I was fully right.
That means the headcrab's hosts are still alive and conscious, fully aware of what's happening as the parasite controls their bodies. Every groan you hear is a desperate scream from someone trapped inside, begging to be freed. It transforms them from like generic shooter enemies into one of the most horrifying forms of body horror that I've ever seen. So, Nightmare Fuel. The idea they're still thinking and feeling everything is worse than any jump scare, low-key. You're not just fighting zombies, you're putting people out of their misery.
Hotel bathroom ghost, Hitman contracts. Yeah, I know this
So
one
in
too.
Hitman Contracts, there's an Easter egg that feels completely out of place in such a cold, methodical assassination game. During the mission Traditions of the Trade, if you explore the hotel thoroughly, you'll eventually come across a bathroom mirror that hides a chilling secret, kinda. Staring back at you isn't just Agent 47's reflection. Behind him, you'll catch the ghostly image of a bloodied man. The detail that makes this moment so effective is just how sudden it is, cause there's no like build-up. It's just there, waiting for players curious enough to snoop around. And for a series that usually thrives on grounded realism, this supernatural encounter hits like way harder. To top it off, you can even kill the ghost.
What?
Which is equal parts darkly hilarious and unsettling. So I'll put this in creepy. It's creepy, it's unexpected, and totally jarring in the Hitman world.
Yeah.
But it's also one of those secrets you respect the devs for sneaking in, because you gotta appreciate the effort, man.
Yeah. The Statue of Happiness, GTA 4 and... What the fuck? Wait, is that inside the Statue of Liberty?
I'm sure you've heard of this one.
By the way, did I say GTA 5? GTA 4, sorry.
So in Liberty City, Rockstar's parody of New York, you can hop in a helicopter and fly to the city's version of the statue.
Creepy ass statue, Lamau. Wait, is that really an in-game model, or is that just a gag, or is that really an in-game model? Because if that's a real in-game model, holy fuck, why the hell did they made this creepy ass face? Like, why?
Of Liberty. But instead of a patriotic landmark, players who enter find something much darker. A giant beating heart chained inside the statue. It serves no gameplay purpose and has no explanation and just sits there pulsing. It's a classic Rockstar Easter egg. It's pretty absurd, it's kind of creepy and funny all at once. But the fact that it's only hidden in a place you'd only find by exploring, combined with the grotesque imagery, makes it feel almost like you uncovered something forbidden. I'll put this in strange. It's not outright scary,
Yeah.
but the imagery of a massive living heart locked in chains inside a parody of the Statue of Liberty definitely veers into strange territory. At the same time, it's such a perfect piece of rockstar satire that it's more fascinating than horrifying. So yeah.
By the way, just wanted to say, I'm pretty sure that was a very big inspiration for the Monument Mythos VHS series. Just saying. Robbie the Rabbit, Silent Hill 4D Room. I think I know this one. Oh yeah, I do. Oh yeah. Oh, this little
Okay,
bitch.
so in Silent Hill 4, The Room,
That is absolute nightmare fuel, to be honest.
the game constantly uses Henry's apartment as a hub, slowly making it more unsettling over time. One of the creepiest examples is tied to Eileen's room, which you can spy on through a hole in the wall. At first, you'll see Robbie the Rabbit, the doll, sitting idly on the bed. Nothing unusual for Silent Hill standards, right? But later in the story, after Eileen has been hospitalized, peeking again reveals Robbie pointing directly at you.
Hello.
It's such a small moment, but it nails the creepy voyeuristic tone that Silent Hill is famous for. I'm gonna put this in disturbing. I always hated Robbie's design, like in a good way, by the way. I always thought it was really scary.
Yeah, fully agree.
The sudden shift and the way the doll acknowledges you feels unnerving and like a way only Silent Hill can pull off, with this outright horrifying design.
Floating corpses, Bioshock Infinite Burial at Sea. Wait, what? Oh
Okay,
God.
so this one's cool. So, in Bioshock Infinite Burial at Sea, Episode 2, players get one of the creepiest underwater Easter eggs in the whole series. At the very start, as Elizabeth makes
damn.
her way towards the tower with the Lutis twins, you can peer into the ocean surrounding Rapture. If you actually stop to look, you'll notice corpses floating beneath the surface. They're faint and blurry, but unmistakably there. There's some theories. Some fans think these bodies are alternate Elizabeths, which is kind of fitting given the multiverse themes, while others say they're just random victims tied to Rapture's grim history, and the game never actually clarifies, which only makes it more unsettling. You know, corpses just silently drifting in the water, never acknowledged. It's pretty creepy, so yeah, I'm gonna put it in creepy.
Yeah.
Creepy, yeah, but also like kind of brilliant, kind of cool.
Agreed. Idols. Oh yeah, Fatal Frame. Oh. Now this is what I was talking about in the Call of Duty World at War section. Like this is exactly what I was talking about. But I am mistaken the games. I'm sorry. Very sorry. By the way, in the Call of Duty, in one of the Call of Duty games, I think it was in a map with either church or in a big fucking hole. If you go high enough, you will hear like voices of some ghosts, voices of the past, you know, of those that dead but can't go to heaven or hell. Yeah, that was pretty disturbing.
So yeah, the Fatal Frame idle screens. In the Fatal Frame series, even standing still isn't safe. If the player idles too long, the game will throw in extra idle effects to keep the tension high. In the first game, bloody handprints smear across your screen as if a ghost is clawing to get you. Later entries ramp it up even more. Static will start like flickering and reveal ghostly faces staring at you from the void. It's a small touch, but incredibly effective. Fatal Frame
very
already builds
creepy.
this horror around making the player feel vulnerable since you can't fight back against
Hello.
most spirits, and these idle effects hammer that helplessness home. Just sitting still is enough to make you feel haunted. So yeah, I think I would put this in like disturbing. It's not a jump
Yeah,
scare,
very.
but the kind of lingering unease that makes you want to keep moving, even when you're too scared to.
Fully agreed. Giant Squid, Assassin's Creed 2. Oh wait,
In Assassin's Creed 2,
what the fuck has Cthulhu forgotten in Italy?
most players expected to find secret tombs, cryptic puzzles, and hidden treasures, not a full-on sea monster. So while exploring the Santa Maria Church in Venice, the player eventually reaches a half-flooded chamber.
What in
After
the...
pulling a lever, if you pause and veer into the
That's a fucking kraken. Okay, a colossal squid, to be honest.
murky water,
Whatever.
you'll spot the massive silhouette of a giant squid lurking just below. The first glimpse is unsettling enough, but try pulling the lever again and one of its tentacles will suddenly lash out, swiping at the player. It doesn't damage you, but it's such a startling and random moment that many players instinctively bolted out of the area.
Yeah.
It's a strange little
Reasonable.
Easter egg in a game that usually keeps its mysteries grounded in history, which makes it hit even harder when it happens. I'll put this in strange because it's not scary in the traditional sense. I mean, in my opinion it is, but I'm biased because I think
it's cool. I think it's very cool.
giant squids are terrifying. Finding a massive squid in a historical stealth assassination game is bizarre and unsettling in its own way. The tentacle swipe is pretty creepy, but it's more weird than terrifying, so yeah.
Depends on for Alien, Animal Crossing's New Leaf. Oh yeah, that's a classic. That's a fucking classic.
So to finish this list off, Animal Crossing, is definitely one of the most cheerful and wholesome game series out there, which is exactly why this Easter egg feels so unsettling. So, in New Leaf on the 3DS, if you happen to have a TV in your house and tuned in at exactly 3:33 AM on a Sunday or Monday, you'd suddenly see static before a strange alien broadcast appeared. The transmission is brief, showing a red-eyed extraterrestrial speaking in a garbled, distorted voice. The Easter egg also returned in New Horizons, only this time it
pretty
shows
cool.
up on Saturdays at the same time. Fans have tried decoding the audio, and many believe it's heavily edited Japanese, though its exact meaning is still debated, whether it's just a fun gag or a subtle piece of creepy world building. It
I think it's
definitely
funny.
caught players off guard, especially in a game otherwise about fishing, decorating, and hanging out with your neighbors. It's definitely creepy. The timing, 3033, is often associated with paranormal myths. Combine that with the weird alien message, and
I would honestly put it in Goofy, because I found it funny over time.
it makes us feel way darker than you'd expect from Animal Crossing. It's not outright terrifying, obviously, but it's enough to give your village a touch of horror. Alright, that wraps up this totally objective ranking of creepy gaming Easter eggs.
Yeah, but
if this video also hits 5,000 likes, I'll keep doing rankings. I'll actually do a ranking of FNAF theories, maybe. Yeah, that's still in the works. Anyways, thanks a ton for watching, for real. Tell me which Easter egg you found the scariest in the comments, and see you in the next video. Peace. Works.
Peace to you too, and let me get back to this. What I personally find the scariest, obviously this one, the Game Boy camera, Yumi Nikki one, this one by default, this one I will put in Nightmare Fuel because you did not expect this one, and neither this, because on the other hand, no, let's keep it in Disturbing because kinda earned the place. This one pulling down to kinda creepy because there's shit way more creepy. This one, at this point I will just put this one in dump because today it won't scare anybody. The Golden Freddy, it's a classic now. The Heart, I would find, I personally find it goofy. The Kraken I would put a little bit in creepy because, in my opinion, you do not expect that, and for a first timer it will be scary. The Sonic Batman crossover, obviously I will put in goofy because shit's funny. The Hall of the Tortured Souls I would put, I will keep it in strange. This thing is the Infinite Murderer or whatever his name is, keep in place. This one, I would personally find. One more time. I would personally find this one in dump because it's just stupid. The Ghost Girl, keep her in place. This should definitely keep in place. And yeah, that's it. Oh, and the bunny put him into nightmare fuel because that shit is terrifying in an already scary game. Oh, and the kids, I would put it in Goofy, to be honest. Because it's in World of Warcraft, it's the funniest shit ever, to be honest. Whatever. Thanks to Spooksa for making this video. It was very great. What's really funny about the Excel credits from being called the Hall of Tortured Souls is that it was named after either how the photos of the people on the walls look like a catalog of let me one more time. Is that it was named after either how the photos of the people on the walls look like a catalog of tortured souls, or that the process of making Excel of these computers was tortured. Either one can be right, to be honest, with this one. Fatal Frame's creepy images weren't only made to spook the player in the moment, but to burn images into the screens and scare them even if they turned off their TV. That's diabolical. This was common with CRTs where images would stay after being displayed for a while. Oh my god! Oh my god, those devs were diabolical. When you mentioned World of Warcraft's Crystal Lake, I expected for a moment to see a serial killer with a machete and a hockey mask. Damn. Batman Sonic didn't need to go so hard though. Full agreed. Full agreed. Creepy Easter eggs in a video game. Hex Maniac in thumbnail. F for not being scary. S for other things like Hex Maniac for. Yes. Yeah. And that will be wrapping this up for today. Today was a pretty good stream, to be honest. You know what? Let me find some funny video for a minute. I will try to find something a little funny, I guess. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Wait a second. I will put this one down. Sorry. Alright, I just found one last video to watch for tonight. Memes to watch at night. It's midnight for me. Let's watch it. Me trying to find a YouTube video to watch before my food gets cold. Yeah. Same, man. Fucking same. That's a classic. Never let them know your next step. What is he going to? What in the? I was expecting that, but not in that way. There has been an accident. Your driver crashed 0.3 miles away from you. You can still pick up the order, but contents might be damaged. Me pulling up for my 2 McChickens. You will be giving me my McChickens. Oh, I will kill. Well, Batman doesn't kill, but I will traumatize you. Hello. Where is the McChickens? Me pretending I'm not heartbroken after a cat in... my tongue. Me pretending I'm not heartbroken after a cat ignores my life. Pain. Shit. POV. The ghost in my room watching me try to assault dominance, but I'm looking in the wrong corner. Fucking T-posing the shit. What the fuck is he doing?
Yo, that's that one guy from the movie.
B! B!
Oh!
He transformed! Fit chair. What? I don't get it. Fit Cherokee? I don't know. When I'm arguing with my wife and she threatens to destroy my precious air fryer, it's my way of life.
One more step and this weird thing gets it. Don't be rash.
Okay. Taylor Swift, where it's time to go down the aisle of at her wedding. Get the jet! Of course. Alright. Me when I still can't hear what my friend said for the 5th time. Fucking same, man. It's me all the time at the work. Holy shit. Wait, that's the... Oh, that's the Digital Circus. Never watched it, to be honest.
I'm sorry. Could you speak up? I couldn't quite make that out.
To go into electrical engineering. Thank you a million. Oh, maybe you should call yourself the Great Electric Spider.
The Spider Electrician. Nice. We all know this song. Which one? No. 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 No.
Nobody knows exactly what you're talking about.
It's just everyone activated the same brain cell.
Nobody knows exactly what you're talking about. After a single
Oh my god.
And there's
I have a feeling that Jack Black was pretty
a
excited.
ton of that in the movie, like so many Easter eggs for people who grew up playing Nintendo games.
Were you excited to play Bowser?
Yeah.
Of course. POV, you're over here, your mom watching Dr. Phil. Oh, I've seen that meme. My tongue. I have seen that meme, by the way.
You're going to be shocked. Because the young mother you're about to meet was not 16. She wasn't 15. She wasn't 14. She wasn't 13.
Don't keep me intrigued, Phil. What the hell, man?
She wasn't even 12.
What did you just say?
Our daughter's crying right now because she heard you screaming, and she wanted to make sure you're okay.
I was screaming?
Yeah. So I think you should go talk to her. Let her know that you're okay.
What's wrong?
I heard you screaming. I wanted to know what's wrong.
Let me guess. Mom and Dad had a little bit of bedroom habits, right?
No one was answering me.
Oh, our door was closed. I'm so sorry.
Like you were hurt or something.
Oh, no, I'm not hurt.
Standard here, Adrian.
Bros was begging him to do it.
Take hip-hop. We've talked about this on the show before. You have African-American rappers saying N-word this and N-word that, but a Caucasian can't. So say it. Say what? I'm not saying that I want to say it, I'm just saying that I can't. So you can. Say it right now. I will say it with you.
Oh, this is hypocritical. You know we can't.
Sure you can. This is America. Both of you. Say it. All right, I think we can move on. Why move on when you want to say both of you want to say it? Huh? All together, everybody.
Oh my god.
Watch as the artist shows a simple, easy way to draw a hand. In just 15 seconds, the artist creates a pretty remarkable image of a hand. And it looks pretty simple, right? We're gonna
Not exactly.
give it a shot and see if we can.
Yep. Never let them know your next move. What in the...
Sign says no smoking.
What? The fuck? 6-year-old me. I got a lost tooth, mom. Let it fall off naturally, dad. Take it off. Tear it off. If Cinderella's shoe fits perfectly, then why did it fall off? Me at 2 AM. That's a good question. What
so
in
you're trying to
the...
make Wednesday Adams, right?
I'm making Wednesday Adams for her. This is not my idea.
Why? What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Why? Why did you have to do it?
I'm working on it.
I can't believe the house was so cheap. My little sister stole at night. Hello, beach.
So did you
Why dogs sit facing away from you?
know dogs
Why?
will sit facing away from you as a sign of trust and a sign that they're protecting?
Yeah. That has to be AI. That must be AI, I swear to God. There's no way this video is real. Bro made a hate meat argument. What?
You know what? From now on, it's strictly business between you and me.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Hit the road, Jack. And don't come back no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't.
What if I didn't run?
That one day as a 12-year-old. Oh yeah.
What if I want them to kill me? What if I want them to try?
Hello, bitch. I'm coming for you. Mr. and the employee dead in the eyes as I sample their new 800 pounds perfume. What a bitch you are. To this day I'm still wondering what Toto clapped here. What? What in the... Why that sound effect? Name a yellow vegetable and I'll give you your car and son back. Bro, he's colorblind. Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
This is my
How I feel when I accidentally type instead of
dream house. It's Barbie's dream house. It's not Ken's dream house, right?
Right as always. That. See this? I'd spend
Bro is not part of the team.
with this now.
This I love. Wow, that's actually really beautiful. Cool, yeah. Oh, this is really pretty.
This is beautiful.
This is so cool.
Can I be honest? Is this a safe place?
Yeah.
I don't like this thing at all.
You know the banana in Fortnite?
Charles! My boy!
I have it as a... I don't know how you say it. As an outfit.
Banana Leclerc.
Banana Leclerc, the sexiest Formula 1 driver alive. From Monaco. First time in Bone Lab multiplayer. What?
Probably because there's no shadows.
Watch your jet, bro. Watch your jet!
Yeah. F1 2015 call. Pew! Help! I've been kidnapped! Send ransom!
I would not admit. Why are you making that face?
I have a wart on my balls. What? By the way, is that fucking Eminem? Ow.
Get it.
Just Eminem being an idiot.
Look at it.
Boys being boys.
And you, my friend, are responsible for delaying my rendezvous with Star Command.
What? Okay. It's not even that serious, Norman. What the fuck?
But deliver us.
God damn it, Norman.
You got a fridge? Your fridge don't make ice?
No, the fridge broken for the last 4 months.
Oh.
I thought she was gonna say days.
How are you alive?
Like the inside, it's all cold, but.
Foxy out for blood, bro. Oh!
Dead man! I'm sending you straight down!
Alright. The first robot versus Kraken fight. Or Karen fight, sorry.
You being disrespectful? Who's controlling this thing? Maybe I should kick it down. Let's see how far you can go when I kick you. Give me a hand. Who's controlling this thing?
Fuck off, Karen. Excusing discovers a forbidden speedrunning strat. What? Oh no. Oh fuck no. Wait a second. No, no, no. What?
You?
Oh, hello. Oh, I love cats. How it feels to get yelled at by your sister for using her $30 conditioner, but your hair is silky smooth. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Jay Schlatt every year deciding a random celebrity's fate. The Prophet of 1999. Somehow he was always right. Some fucking how. Yeah. Cat thinking its puss inputs rushes into the storm, risking all 9 lives. What in the fuck? Oh fuck. Oh! He was fucking on turbo speed. Me putting on music before doing anything cause I physically can't function without it. Same. Oh yeah, that's me. That's just me. All the time. How much do you overthink? Yes. Fucking yes. Fucking yes. It's always like
Fuck
this.
going on this left side? Y'all doing homework in a Discord? They got a Discord kitten. What am I doing, dog? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong?
I don't know.
What am I doing wrong, man?
I have no idea. Oh, I have the exact same gamepad, by the way. Pretty shitty quality for the price, by the way. Especially now. It's like what? 70-80 bucks for this basic controller. Fucking piece of shit. Alright.
Wrong.
That was it. Oh. Okay, I am done. I am now completely, absolutely done. And that will be it for today. We hit our time limit. I had a great fucking time, to be honest. I will go off to sleep now. Thanks for everybody who was here. I am off to sleep now. Bye bye. See ya.